do people turn when they have lost everything? When a cruel catastrophe has taken everything they loved and cared about in life? Where do they turn when they're in despair?
O&A Party Rock!
It's showtime, folks.
It feels good. It's cool.
We're brilliant broadcasters.
I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic.
Very respectful. Very nice.
There is some shenanigans going on.
It just feels right.
They're like two puzzles.
We want perfect questions. We want some laughs. Some thoughts being provoked and thrown back and forth.
I don't like flaky. I like cakey.
I want to hug a cute dog.
How fake was that?
The name of this radio show should be The Happy Idiot and the Sullen Douche.
Two total dorks.
Am I listening to a radio show? Two DJs and a tranny lover. That's what this program is about, mister.
Only creeps listen to this program.
Yo, boys, what's happening, man?
Turn your fucking radio down!
Anyone around here ever smell my ass?
It's lovely.
Anthony.
Come on, we're going to tell you how to get shit. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm a horribly boring person.
We just kind of laugh at him.
He's getting better, but we got to break him in still.
He's a candidate for killing his wife if he gets married.
I love E-Rock under the console at Hans.
Snapple and mayo, your dumps must be lovely.
And featuring...
Hurricane Ben! Martini Steve!
I think there's a degree of mental illness with everybody on the show.
Ramon. Erik Sprague smells like the diaper of a cancer patient.
Can I say for the record that this program sucks of a fat dick?
I got a few ideas that could get us fired.
Please use them. Please use them.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. And this is the O&A virus, and it's spreading across America thanks to XM satellite radio.
When does it become the plague?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe
they
after
just can't do anything about it.
Maybe after the Christmas season. They are selling radios like crazy.
Like what, Opie? If you had to tie it to something, what would you say they're selling like?
They're flying off the tables like waffles.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Voss.
That's what Voss would say.
They're flying off the tables.
A little known fact about this good old satellite radio business.
Yeah.
They do crazy business this time of year. Unbelievable business. It's one of the hot Christmas items.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you're buying somebody a XM satellite radio, you should do them a favor and get it all turned on before you wrap it up and throw it under that damn Christmas tree. Because I think
good idea.
I think there's going to be a lot of people trying to turn on radios between Christmas and New Year's, you know?
Yeah, it's you get it for Christmas, and then instead of calling up during the time where everyone's going to be calling, do it beforehand.
Why not?
Load it up so they could just pop it in the car right then and there. Done. Or turn on the MiFi. Done. It's already signed up.
Well, I mean, you open up the gift, and you got this very, very cool thing that you've never checked out before, right? Because a lot of people out there are going to turn their friends and family onto this satellite radio.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting there with the MiFi going, oh, wow. And then you're like, but it's not doing anything yet.
I'm getting channel 1. Is that the one?
Yeah.
There's a number on it, but I don't know what it is. And then I get a preview, but...
It brings you back to being a kid where you got that very cool toy, but you couldn't play with it yet.
Daddy got drunk and forgot to get batteries.
Exactly. One year I got a 10-speed bike. I'm like, hey, this is really cool, but I'm not going to be able to ride it for 3 months. Maybe 4.
Unassembled?
Because there was a time when we were growing up, you know, that it actually snowed during, like, the Christmas season and winter and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Although this year we've started off on a bad foot.
Yeah.
A couple storms already in the New York area. Patrice O'Neill, how are you, sir?
Good morning, sir.
Would you have to drive it, like ride the bike in your driveway in the plowed driveway in these little tight circles.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Where you got to keep putting your foot down and
exactly.
turning yourself. Look, I'm riding my new bike.
I was excited, so
that stinks.
you had to try it out. So you get your gloves and your hat and your coat on, and then you try to figure out where you could drive it. Pedal it in your driveway. And then it just kind of sat in the living room for a month, you know.
Great, brand new bike.
Brand new bike, and you can't do anything about it. But so, if you're getting the satellite radio, you might want to turn it on for the person you're buying it for. Just a little extra thing for them, you know. They'll be very excited. They open up the gift, and right away they're spinning around the channels and checking out what this thing could do.
And blowing off regular radio, finally.
Oh, my God, regular radio.
Yeah.
I actually... because I have to hide my XM satellite radio now because I lost one.
Yeah.
Even the homeless people like this satellite radio because I got busted into and they took my Delphi, actually.
Yeah.
So now I got to hide it. And this weekend I was in my car and for a split second I forgot and had the regular radio on and there was commercials. I'm like, what is wrong with this scenario?
Yeah, you don't quite pick it up immediately. You're like,
Right. I mean, I know our station has some commercials, but I'm talking about a music channel. It was WBAB.
Uh-huh.
I had it on because I'm like, I used to work there. Let's see what they're all about. I never found out what they were about because for the 10, 15-minute ride, it was mostly commercials. And
what
then
happens?
And then at that point, I had my XM all hooked up and ready to go, went right to Ethel and never turned back. Thank you.
That is what happens. I would be driving in, listening to, like I said, the news station, just trying to see what's happening locally and catch some traffic. And it's just those morbid hospital commercials come on, and they just keep going and going. And I actually say, what the fuck? Like, I verbally say something before I hit the button. It annoys me that much.
Yeah.
That there's so many commercials. And the news stations now even, it didn't used to be that bad. With the commercials on the news station. They'd pop them in every so often, but then right back to it. And now it's the other way around. Now it's just morbid commercial, and then you hear like a quick story, traffic weather, boom, back to commercials.
Right.
They really stink. And you know they're just like whipping the sales staff at these places. Just more commercials. That's what they're getting.
Well, good luck to you. Have fun.
That's it.
Have fun with that. Let's say hi to Big Ray the trucker. Big Ray.
How you doing, boys?
All right, Ray.
It's always big something.
Hey, guys, listen, I ain't trying to dog Jimmy out, but can't you make Patrice like the fourth seat in there? He's fucking terrific.
We love Patrice.
I mean, can't you, make a little extra room in the XM studio and put Patrice in there?
We got to figure out something because, Jimmy in Hollywood there doing the HBO thing, we've been able to work with these fine talents around us.
That's right.
And now we got like a whole stable of guys and on a daily basis, I'm like talking to Eric Logan going, man, we got to do something with Patrice O'Neill now. We got to do something with Bill Burr. We have to do something with Rich. Never mind.
But
we got all these guys around us, and we're just trying to figure out now how to work them all in. We're confused.
Hey, Patrice, us truckers love you, bud.
Thank you, Big.
Yep. And you guys have a nice one. I'll bunch it out.
All right, thanks, Big Ray.
That's funny. Green Snacks from Whackbag says, this is a long commercial.
What do you mean?
Because we're talking about XM.
Oh, XM. Well, the point I was
you got to give it to him. That is funny.
You got you. Don't ban him, motherfucker.
No, I won't ban him. That is funny.
We were just trying to make a very quick point, though. If you're getting the XM satellite radio, turn it on for the person because I'm telling you, everyone's going to be trying to turn on their radios like Christmas morning, and it's going to be a nightmare for you. So do it ahead of time.
It's not a pitch.
But turn it on comes with responsibility. I would rather have somebody let me turn it on myself than to turn it on and go, here's the bill, cocksucker. Nice talking to you, because that's what you're going to have to do.
So you hit him up for that.
It's on, but it's a monthly or a yearly thing that you're going to have to keep up. So I'm putting this responsibility on your back as opposed to just giving them the...
I'm just trying to help some of our listeners out because I know they're buying these things.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a tough thing to turn them on right away, I think.
Activated.
You should do it if they have a turn on deal that you don't have to give your name. You buy it from like wherever you buy it. I don't know who has stores that have deals, but you buy it and then you get it turned on, and that's all your responsibility is to get it turned on for like 6 months or something if you want it, and then you just let the people know you have to redo the.
Oh yeah, you could probably get it turned on for if you're cheapo. You get it turned on for a limited time.
Well, without your name, you know, just like, you know, if you get something cut on and Anthony Cumia's name, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, now it's under your name, and then when I go to redo it, they go, well, you're not Anthony Cumia. What the fuck? You know, we need all your information.
Figure it out. I ain't going to pay for it forever.
That's what I'm saying.
You figure out how to put your name on it.
It was just a quick thing because we're selling hundreds of thousands of radios this time of year, and they all got to be turned on. So you do the math and figure it out. How many people could they possibly have, you know, manning the phones Christmas Day and Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve? So that's all I'm saying. Might want to help the person you're buying it for. All right, let's say hi to Big Ron in Wisconsin. Big Ron.
Hey, Opie Anthony, man, this side. I just want to comment on your show yesterday. I've been listening to you guys for probably about a year and a half. And I got to say, yesterday's show with that Dice Clay and all that, I mean, you guys had me in tears, man. I think that was one of your best programs you had, man.
Well, thank you, sir.
Andrew Dice Gay.
Andrew Dice Gay
was the hit of the show yesterday, man.
Finally found a way to bring the Dice Man back.
Yeah, that was just great, man.
That could become a semi-recurring character.
Yeah, we're hoping. Well, especially with the gay cowboy movie, I think we got some.
Yeah. We just need some clips from it, and.
Well, we got something about the gay cowboy movie. We'll play for you in a second. Thanks, Big Ron.
Okay, appreciate it, bud.
But here's our dilemma again. This is because we're teaching Patrice just a little bit about radio. Yesterday doesn't count.
It's a wrap.
Yesterday is done.
Yesterday was yesterday. Might as well have been last year.
I listened to the replay. It was one of the funniest shows we've done on XM.
It's online.
But it doesn't matter now.
There
are people
today.
listening.
Stupid. Do it again today.
Do it again, motherfucker. Yeah, do it again. Every day. Do it again.
There are people listening today. They didn't hear yesterday. So they want to be entertained today. They want to laugh today.
And you can't
just go listen to
Remember what we said yesterday,
right?
everybody. Hey, everybody.
I don't care.
Call in and discuss what the fuck the genius of Andrew Dice Gay.
Do it again.
Give us a call here at XM.
Do it again. We're not going to let you coast, motherfucker. That's what it is. There's no coasting. And then today, we could get calls tomorrow. Dude, yesterday's show sucked. You got to just step it up. Yeah, but the day before yesterday, what? You know, I wasn't listening. I didn't hear. I don't know. I just signed up.
It's our nightmare, man.
Yeah.
Yesterday's show was probably a 10, but it doesn't even matter anymore. We need to program another channel for this reason. Those mornings when we truly suck, and you don't have to tell us. We know when we suck. I love these people. You suck today. No shit, dude. We know. We know way before you. Where we could tell people, we suck today, go to channel 2, whatever it would be.
Yeah.
And just have, like, a highlight reel just spinning.
Just spinning. Like yesterday's show will be on a loop.
Like, look, we know we suck today, so go to this other channel, and you'll hear lots of laughs.
Yeah.
Lots of laughs.
ABC, I'm looking at a story without a trace. I heard a teaser for it. It's cruise passengers lost at sea.
Yeah.
Apparently, that guy that they found that blood streak and he was missing and they still haven't solved it.
His wife.
From a while back, you think it was a wife and a couple of Russian guys.
They cleared her, though, man.
Yeah, there's a couple of Russian guys involved, and there was drinking and some gambling, and I don't know. Things just happen, and no one knows what it is. So now they're trying to figure out a way to keep people from missing, but apparently he's not the only guy. Like, this now is a news story where they're scaring people. I want to know how many fucking people.
Have you ever been on a cruise ship?
Oh, I love it.
Dude, how can you not ever not be missing? If you ever walked on the edge of that platform and just, like, said, you know what, let me just jump. Like, it's just like you just feel that. I think we talk about this, just that you feel the mermaid or whatever. You know what that is.
Siren.
That siren. And I heard it. I wanted to jump off because the sea is so dominant over your life at that moment, and you just want to just go in there and do the Titanic sink just to see what the abyss is all about. And these it's easy to be missing on these boats.
Yeah, but you think it's suicide? You think it's people jumping?
I think I'm a strong-minded person because I get a lot of thoughts in my head that I control without medicine. You know what I'm saying? I can control violence.
Thank God.
I could control.
Thank God.
Suicide. Those thoughts creep in when you're just sitting around like, what the fuck is life all about? Let me just smash my face into a bus, right? Just, or kill a motherfucker just to see.
Right.
Just to see. But I have a natural medicine, that I can muster up in my home. But when I was on the ship, I was standing on the edge. I was doing something, I think, for Comedy Central or something. I was just standing on the end of that boat, and the darkness and the water swishing, and I know what those sailors back in
the
01, the Christopher Columbus motherfuckers killed themselves. There's something calling you to jump in and kill yourself.
Especially back then when there was no, tuxedo night at the
that's why they
at the
had
dining
that
room
stuff to take
and
your
stuff.
mind off of killing yourself.
Is that what all the good stuff, the casino, the shows, the stop at the port so you could go to the beach and see some land? Because if they just leave you out there long enough without any distractions, everyone's jumping overboard.
Paranoia. I know there's some maritime documents somewhere. From
some oldie time written with a quill, like on brown curled up paper somewhere.
Like in the movie The Thing, when they find the Russian ship that all the Russians fought the monster, and there's the one last survivor who has a tape, and he's like, "Listen, don't!" They have things like that from when people used to do all those. That there's something calling me into the water.
Into the water.
And it's true, man. I wanted to. It's the weirdest thing.
And that's where these missing people on the cruise ships are.
And we got to get the audio because I was just watching it. They just showed a montage of guys that are missing. A whole freaking montage, one after another.
Yeah, we got it. I want to know how many. Oh, showing some Kong footage. That same guy that did Gollum in The Lord of the Rings, they put all the sensors on his face, and he's the guy, again, doing all the facial expressions.
For Kong?
For Kong. This is a new fucking industry in entertainment, in movies, that is amazing. Who saw this coming? You're a fucking face actor for CGI.
It's genius.
And this is, now he's the motherfucker for this.
He's going to have to get an Oscar. Now it's going to be, best pretending to be a real motherfucker, a fake motherfucker. Goes to...
Is he just the best at making expressions?
If you watch...
How do you get that role?
Dude, I sat there and watched...
Why can't we have that role?
I think it was 650 hours of behind-the-scenes footage from Lord of the Rings. I watched every second of it. I love that shit. All the behind the scenes from, they got that Weta Studios down there in New Zealand, and I watched them making the costumes, like everything. And this motherfucker found a niche. He was just supposed to be a guy, they put him in some kind of leotard, and he would just be there to interact with the other actors. So when Gollum's there, they would be able to look at somebody, and he would deliver Gollum's lines.
But he was Gollum, though.
And he was.
Every movement that you see Gollum make, this guy was making, though.
It kind of morphed into that, though, because he was just supposed to be some schlep that's just a placeholder.
Right.
But he was so good with his movements and his facial expressions and his speech, because they finally ended up using him. They weren't even going to use his voice. But he was so good with it that they used every frame of him moving, they animated over and used his movements. And his facial expressions are amazing. When they do a split screen and show Gollum's face from the movie and then his face, the guy built an industry. He made a new fucking career for people in Hollywood.
Genius. I was thinking about that yesterday.
And now he's the Olivier of that.
He's like the man. But that's the fear. Remember when people said the CGI thing was like,
it's going to steal actors, right?
But that wasn't doing it.
No.
This could...
Because the computer guy, the guy that knows how to program a computer to make Kong, isn't the guy that knows how to make emotions on his face. He doesn't know how to put him in a situation where he can look sad and stuff. And you need an actual
real
human
person to do
that.
Did you see that clip just now? They just showed a clip just now.
With the dots all over his face.
No, Kong the movie. Kong.
Oh yeah.
And he's on top of the Empire State Building doing his thing with her. And then the planes are coming. Yeah. And he makes that look like. Like cock blockers. Like he wasn't mad. He wasn't mad yet. It was a disparaged. They're coming to kill me. I want to chill with you for a little while longer, baby. Kind of face that only a person can make.
You
could not draw that face, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be just a monster. Let's go to Jason in Maryland. Jason, what's up?
Not too much. What's up with you guys this morning?
We're all over the place.
Hanging.
We got lots to do.
Obviously. The reason I was calling is you guys were talking about the missing guy on that cruise ship with that blood stain and the Russian mafia and all that shit. I was on that ship. That guy did not commit suicide. That's for goddamn sure.
How do you know? Were you hanging out with him at the buffet?
No, I wasn't hanging out with him at the buffet, but I saw the blood, and I'm telling you, from the height where that guy's room was to that blood stain, there's no way just falling could create that amount of blood.
I was on the same ship before it went over to the Mediterranean.
Oh, yeah?
This guy was? Yeah, they were talking about how the ship was going from the Caribbean, where I was, and that it was going to be dry docked, refitted with some shit, and then they were going to send it over to the Mediterranean, and that's the cruise that the guy died on.
Yeah.
So I know what it looks like off of those upper balconies, and yeah, there's no way to jump to the water from up there. You're hitting that overhang that hangs over the lifeboat.
Exactly.
And that seems to be where that big blood smear came from.
Yep.
He might have jumped, but I think there's too many things that going on. Those Russian guys.
And they were everywhere.
That seems to be a little sketchy there. 2 Russian guys, the woman, the casino, kind of an argument.
They're not
yelling,
this one.
Yelling, and then the shit in the room was yelling. She goes to sleep. He disappears. I don't know. You think he jumped, though, Patrice? I don't know.
Nah. There's some foul play. Definitely some foul play.
They got to put something on those ships where you can detect when someone goes in the water. What the fuck?
God.
Get some night vision in the water. And
you're done if you fall in that ocean in the middle of that damn Atlantic or wherever you are. It's just, once you're in there,
done.
It's been a pleasure.
There is such nothingness out there that I couldn't imagine if you don't die the second you hit that water. Could you imagine bobbing up and down and watching that huge ship just pull away from you? And the darkness and the utter quiet. Like, you'd hear that ship go away. And then you just... and it is so completely dark.
And you don't even hear that, what's that buoy bell?
No. Ding, ding.
In the distance, no, you don't.
Take a couple of seagulls, nothing.
Because they have nowhere to land out there.
Even with the motor going.
Do you cry? Like, as you're floating there, do you just...
I think the fear just kills you.
Just to take a deep breath.
I don't know.
The fear just kills you.
It depends on if you could try to commit suicide or if you fell off. You fell off, you are so fucked now. You're like, oh no.
Man. And there's no help. And that horse shit you see on Love Boat where somebody falls off and there's a lifesaver flying.
Yeah.
Right.
Julie, the cruise director, throws your fucking life preserver.
Man overboard. There's no fucking man. If I jumped over when the sirens were calling me on that ship, it would have just been a plunk. That nobody except for somebody that was thinking about killing himself too.
Yeah.
Saw me jump.
Well, look at that.
Shit, somebody.
I ain't doing this shit.
Yeah. This motherfucker jumped off the boat.
If you meant to kill yourself, you still got your crazy head on, so you're probably gonna just try to drown. Whatever. If you fell overboard, I think the first thing that goes through your head is, what time is it? Who knows? Like, in a split second. What time is it? Who knows I'm missing? How long is it going to take for people to think? As that thing is just going away, you're probably thinking, how long is it going to be before they realize I'm missing and turn this thing around?
And they're not going to turn that cruise ship around for you?
No.
That is collateral damage.
They'll just call the Coast Guard.
Well, our fuel supply just lets us get into we got a tight schedule.
And you got to find them in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And you got to get coordinates of where you might be.
Done.
And then when you floated, because all the...
They should hand out little GPS badges to everybody in that case.
Now that's an idea.
There's an idea.
Little GPS.
We got the audio of the story here.
You know, once you board a cruise ship, you really are in the hands of the cruise ship company. But if something goes wrong, what happens? Who's responsible? Well, that is the subject of that special hearing on Capitol Hill this afternoon.
Can't talk.
And it comes just days after another cruise ship passenger has disappeared. When Royal Caribbean's Jewel of the Seas returned to Florida on Sunday, it had one less passenger than when it departed. A Canadian, 59-year-old Jill Begora, was last seen by her husband on Saturday morning as the ship approached the port of Nassau in the Bahamas. A search by a U.S. Coast Guard ship and the Bahamian Navy found no trace of her. Her family just wants to know what happened.
It's just too much to comprehend, you know. I hope everything's all right, but you know how those things are sometimes.
You hope everything's all right. Are you insane?
You're hoping everything, like she's going to turn up. Oh, I was just taking a swim.
Yeah.
I like swimming.
Then you just ask a question like, what's usually the percentage of when people are missing on these boats? What's the percentage that you find them
that
alive?
actually come back? And
0.0001. They might have found one.
Can you please find them?
Some guy lost in the place where they keep like the vegetables, way in the hold, somewhere in the bilge.
It's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I was looking for the. I was looking for the pool deck, and I ended up down here where the fucking...
Some ass that forgot to take his medicine ends up in a meat locker somewhere.
Somewhere locked in a meat locker. They never find you.
That chick, man, that was probably a bad marriage, and the guy figured out a way to get out of it.
Oh, you think? 'Cause that's probably it. Either you're killing yourself or someone is killing you. There's got to be people that plan it out and go, look, we'll be on a cruise ship.
Yeah, a slight push, and I'm
a little
good.
drink. Maybe slip her a little Mickey, and then give her the heave-ho. They'll never find her to do toxicology.
What goes through your mind to give your loved one, because there was a time you loved this person, what goes through your head as you're giving her the heave-ho?
Not even the heave-ho. What goes through your mind when you're, because you're already committed at the heave-ho.
Right.
What goes through your mind when you're like, honey, we're going on a cruise.
Right.
Like, and you hold the tickets up knowing I'm going to kill this fucking bitch.
The ticket wave.
Yeah, the ticket wave. You got both of them in your hand. You're waving them like a fan. Baby, we're going on a cruise.
And you know it's going to end with a heave-ho.
The heave-ho is somewhere in that itinerary.
Do you talk
We got Nassau,
right?
All right, and then we're going to St. Martin,
right?
And then heave-ho,
right?
And
between Miami and Nassau, I'm doing the heave-ho.
Heave-ho.
And do you make sure she wears a special outfit so you can hold on to the outfit better to give yourself some leverage?
I think nude. I think you got to plan where your room is. You want your room at the back of the ship, right?
Buy the bitch a rock coat from Jamaica. This the new rock coat, man.
It's made of stone.
It's made of stone. Zip the rock coat and throw overboard. Here, throw this rock coat on, man.
You want to buy a beautiful rock coat? We'll braid her hair with some big stones.
It's a big stone, man. Yo, get the.
Did you get her the stone flip-flops too, man? Some fucking Jamaican knows the deal.
Oh, here's the
song. Rock coat.
Here's a song that's playing as you're heave-hoing.
Right. People dancing on the upper deck.
And you bump the bitch off right in the conga line. Come on, everybody.
Come on, one more time around the promenade. Sing like a rock, rock, rock.
Wear your rock coat. Come on, everybody.
All right, I'm going to try this. So, this is what's going on the deck.
Right.
You do the heave-ho.
Yeah.
Do you have a splash, Anthony? You're getting ready for the heave-ho, and everyone's having a good time upstairs. Hold on. So then you do the heave-ho.
First, you got to get rid of her. Crack her on the head.
All right, you knocked her on the head.
But she's complaining.
Then the splash.
Right. Oh, that was a splash?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, here we go.
That's what she hears.
Fucking boat.
Oh, I found a friend. What goes through your mind? Oh no! And then reality sinks in and it's over.
That's the boat.
The boat's sailing away. That's the last thing you hear from civilization is fucking feeling hot.
Oh, that whole ocean will be green from my yellow piss and that blue water.
Done.
I just would die.
Here we go. Here's more audio of passengers disappearing.
It is estimated that about a dozen people have disappeared on cruises in the last 2 years.
A dozen?
Legally, it is a murky area because the ships fly foreign flags. And so this afternoon, Congress will convene a special hearing into crimes and disappearances aboard cruise ships.
The bottom line is that we are suspicious, candidly, that there's some huge problems in the cruise line industry. And we think that people are not aware of some of the challenges and some of the potential problems they may encounter.
It's not a huge problem for the cruise industry. There are people out there that have figured out how to off a
loved one, a problem person. Yeah, like I said, you got to be on the back of the boat, one of the lower balconies, so that way no one, is going to see the body floating by. Once they're off the back of the boat.
Nobody's going to anyway. You said you've been on a cruise.
Oh yeah.
You've been on a cruise, Opie?
Oh yeah.
There's no place anywhere in the boat that you can't die, and somebody will see you. You don't need a special plan for this. You just toss them off anywhere by the boat, anywhere, fall in. There's nobody to hear you. It's a giant mall. That's what the fuck.
Yeah.
It's not even something you enjoy to see. It's not even the ocean.
And you were doing late at night while everyone else is pretty much back in their rooms.
And 3 in the morning. Whereas when this guy disappeared, by the way.
Quick, easy murder of your wife on the boat. Ready? Right. This is so romantic. Look at the stars. We don't get to see those kind of stars in New York, do we, sweetie? Oh, my God, all the building light. Look at... Wow, I think that one's Jupiter. Come here, bitch.
Let's go to Peter. Peter!
Yeah.
What's up, Peter?
So the real question I have is, if you're taking a cruise out to Nassau, do you throw her off the boat before or after you get there?
Well, if you want to enjoy the beach, I would say after, because it's hard to throw her off and look convincingly sad if you're then on the beach hanging with some chicks and an umbrella drink.
Right.
I just lost my wife. I can't find her, but I paid for the fucking cruise.
Right.
I might as well have a dirty banana.
Might as well enjoy it.
I'm going to have a few rum drinks and
some pina coladas for everybody.
Get my hair braided.
Like a rum swizzle right after throwing the bitch overboard.
All right, I'm buying.
The fucking rock
trying
coat
to figure out what you do.
Killing me, Patrice.
Get your rock coat.
Get your rock coat, man.
And these goofy motherfuckers are buying.
Oh, a rock coat.
Wow.
That rock coat is great.
We got a guy in the Coast Guard.
Rock,
Bill, what's up?
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
My last duty station was in Sandy Hook, New Jersey. There, our area of responsibility was Lower New York Harbor. And we were out looking for a guy that fell off a Russian freighter. Tell you, man, there's no fucking way you're going to find somebody out there. If they don't have a strobe light or anything with them.
Yeah.
Plus we used to do live man overboard drills. We used to actually jump off the boat at nighttime with our strobe lights.
Wow.
You want to talk about fucking scary?
And this is a training drill where they know you're jumping. They're looking for you. You have a strobe.
And they still can't find you because the waves are bobbing up and down.
Yeah, all of a sudden that strobe disappears and then comes back because he's bobbing in the waves.
What's the official can't find him time? Like, what's the official we did what we could time?
Yeah.
You just fucking look for him. You just look for him until they tell you to stop.
You kidding me? These Coast Guard guys, they just make one big circle and like look at their watches.
Yeah, I guess this guy's gone.
And what's your call? Like, yo. Yeah.
All right, wrap it up.
You there? Hello.
I bet they're a little more tactful. I bet it's like,
Bravo, we're running a little low on fuel. We're going to be bringing it back. Yeah. No, I don't know. It's burning like crazy, the fuel. I think we got a problem because the gauge says a half a tank, but I'm sure we have less. We're going back. This motherfucker is so drowned. Oh, the mic is still keyed. Sorry.
How could you can't. It's just, who you fooling. It is what it is. You can't be mad about it. It's the ocean. It's unbelievable, man. It's just so dark. And how deep is the deepest part of the Atlantic? What, 1,000 feet or something?
1,000.
A mile
You're
deep?
Talking
after 10 feet, who cares?
A lot more than 1,000.
Yeah, after 10 feet, you're not surviving.
It's more than a mile deep?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. It goes down miles, man.
It depends on... I don't know about the Atlantic, but the Pacific, you were talking... The Mariana's Trench in the Pacific is deeper than Mount Everest is high.
Do you understand? The only thing I get that tight body feeling in anything is when in any of these movies when I see the end of the world wave coming over the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, right.
That one move, Deep Impact, when the city was filled and you see taxis floating in the river and people.
The day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, it was a deep impact when the media hit.
Did it also?
It's horrifying, man.
There is like. I guess we assume nature is just going to continue its happy little course like that.
Shit.
We'll have our hurricanes and whatnot, but for the most part, there's not going to be any cataclysmic event like that. But we're just at the mercy of the Earth and the sun and all these things that just we assume is going to continue.
I got a little fact for you. The Atlantic Ocean has an average depth of 12,881 feet.
12,000 feet.
That's average.
That's 2 miles.
Average.
That's more than 2 miles, right?
At its deepest point in the Puerto Rico Trench, the bottom is 28,681 feet below the surface.
That's creepy, man.
That's 5 miles.
Fucking mountain high.
That's where those fish that have natural flashlights on top of their head.
Fucking little lit up thing and those big eyes and teeth.
You can't even call them fish at that point.
You bring them up.
Look like aliens.
Those monsters.
They're so used to the depth that if you bring them up, they fucking explode. They blow up because they're so used to all that pressure on them.
I just like the land. I don't need to go in outer space.
And the land, good.
I like the land.
No outer space. I don't think you got to worry about that. I don't think anyone's ever gone, holy shit, I'm in outer space.
Yeah.
How the fuck did that happen?
That's right.
Just in case gravity stops.
No one's ever. People lost in outer space. We'll tell you about it.
Just in case God decides to end gravity. And
you
just
float off.
Us all. You know what? I'm tired of these.
How horrifying would that be? All of a sudden you float, nothing to grab onto, and you're just like, fuck, now I'm above everything I could have grabbed. I'm fucked.
And I think for the first mile, it's kind of fun. Like, hey, look,
still breathe.
Look, I can see
It's getting a little cold.
It's getting a little cold, but the view up here is kind of cool.
You would just be thinking, when's it going to stop? Is it going to stop? I'm going to end up in space. Holy shit, this stinks.
Let's go to Big Al. Big Al?
How did Anthony know about the Mariana Trench?
Because Anthony knows a little bit about everything, sir.
I saw it on Discovery Channel.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Let's go to Ari in Chicago. Ari.
Yeah, hey guys.
What's up, man?
I was going to compliment Patrice, but forget about it. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, they keep saying on these clips you're playing, the ships are sailing under international flags. Well, just the cool thing I read about that is that, first of all, you sail under the laws of the country. That's why you have those flags. But if you have no flag or some kind of silly, like, pirate flag, then just be prepared to be attacked by the military of any country you sail by, because they assume you're a pirate. I mean, they'll attempt to contact you with, like, the speakerphone or something.
There's been a couple of instances where pirates, like we were talking about the one off of the coast of Africa, they're not pirates. I don't think they're criminals. A pirate's an R kind of guy, you know?
Right.
R.
All right. Steal that name.
Yeah.
Pirates.
You're a criminal. You're trying to rob a fucking boat.
Another fact for you guys.
We're African pirates.
The Atlantic Ocean, average depth, 12,881 feet.
Yeah.
Pacific Ocean, average depth, 15,215 feet. And the Mariana Trench is 36,200 feet.
God bless white people for investigating all of that for us.
They go down in those pressure suits that look like a fucking robot. Like you're completely covered in
I don't think
this
they do
suit.
those anymore.
They do not the old like Iron Sea Hunt suits. These things are modern. They look like it looks like a modern robot with these big ball joints on all your where you got to bend. And they send people down, and have sent people down to the floor of that motherfucker.
That far down.
Imagine being down there.
Who are these?
Who does that?
And it sounds like again stereotype, but these are adventurous white people, man.
Yeah.
It's just Whitey
loves that. There's the suit.
Thank you so much. Look at that. Look at that. Who
invented that thing?
Who goes into that?
And who gets in it and goes down to the bottom and walks around down there?
And then some fucking thing that lives down there that you've never seen.
Yeah.
You know there's monsters that we thought were extinct that doesn't come.
Yeah.
They don't come up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do that?
Yeah, what is down there? Let's say hi to Doug in Jersey. Doug?
Spirit of adventure, people.
Hey, guys.
They just love seeing
you see
shit.
that movie, Open Water, about the scuba divers getting left by the boat?
I haven't
never
seen
that movie.
I don't want to see that.
I saw that.
That seems a little too disturbing.
I saw it. It could have been a much better movie.
Yeah?
Yeah. I thought it was good, though. It was all right. What do you want to say about it there, Doug?
Nah, that was just creepy as hell. I've never been scuba diving, but shit, that scared the fuck out of me.
All of a sudden they pop up after doing their cute little dive, and the boat's just gone.
I heard they was giggling at first, like, they'll be back.
Yeah, and they're a few miles away, and then slowly but surely they just realize, holy shit, we're fucked.
Just eating the candy they had left in their pockets.
Yeah, and then the sharks just came a-cruising as the sun was going down. It was... I just thought it could have been filmed much better, that's all. The concept was great, though.
Yeah, just the idea. I think it's just the idea the idea of just getting
It seemed
stuck
like it was
that.
a very cheap film. Like, when you go to Blockbuster and you see Open Water, it looks like it's a big-time Hollywood production, and it really isn't. It was filmed very cheap, it looks like. All right, Doug, thanks for the help.
All right, punching out.
Jesus.
Here's a little trivia for you.
Yeah.
That I found interesting because we're talking about how deep the ocean is.
Oh, God, don't freak
and
me
how,
out.
this will freak you out, how insignificant you are. How deep the ocean is. You got a portion of the ocean 38,000 feet deep. How high is Everest? I mean, ridiculous.
28,000 something.
Yeah.
29,000
Yeah,
something.
it's up where airliners cruise, you know.
I think it's just shy of 30, right?
If you took the Earth,
right?
if you took the Earth,
29,000 feet. Eric is really fast on the computer
and
today.
shrunk the Earth down to the size of a cue ball,
Mm-hmm.
it would be smoother than the cue ball. Even though there's these heights and depths all over the Earth,
Mm-hmm.
these nooks and crannies, if you shrunk it down, it'd still be smoother than a cue ball.
What would?
The Earth. That's how fucking big the planet is, that it could have such differences in heights and depths, yet shrunk down, those heights and depths amount to shit compared to the size of the Earth as a whole. So imagine what one little speck of humanity is on that. Nothing. You're nothing.
I don't understand that.
You don't understand it?
Come on, I'm trying.
I got it.
I'm trying to.
No, I get it.
I don't. I'm trying.
You take the Earth.
Okay.
Shrink it down to the size of a cue ball.
Right.
And hold it in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's smoother than a cue ball. Those
even with
valleys,
all the...
with everything, it's still, you wouldn't feel one bump on it.
Okay, that's
even with all the things, because it's so fucking big.
All right, listen, we're going to take our first break.
Scary when you think about it.
I don't like thinking.
Imagine
like
smoking
that.
pot and talking about this.
Yeah.
You'd freak out, man.
You ever see Survivor Man? You ever see Survivor Man on one of those channels, A&E? The guy goes... He takes his own camera.
Oh, that one.
And he just goes anywhere where you're supposed to die if you're stuck there.
He's alone.
And he's alone.
He brings his own camera. There's no camera crew with him.
His producer, he says, come get me in 8 days or something if I haven't met you here on the highway or something.
And they leave him out in the middle of nowhere.
And he just
and
survives.
He's gotta live.
Lighting fires, eating what he's supposed to eat, snails, and he's really at that point of death, and he's not even.
What a great concept for a show,
puts the camera on a stick so it could be away from him, so you could get like kind of a further view. Sets up a tripod.
Yeah.
He like directs him. He's a director.
Right.
For the whole thing. Pretty cool. Good concept.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. When we get back, Steve is shivering. We're going to get to the bottom of that.
He's wearing a robe.
He's wearing a robe and he's shivering.
Yeah.
Make your own joke, people. But I don't know what the hell he's doing. We might have to have an intervention or something.
I thought he was just nervous, but I told him the hunt in Jersey is off. It's done. It's over.
Done.
They're not shooting at you anymore. Go home.
So he's shivering. We have a great story that's on the cover of the New York Post we'll get into next. Bad Santa. Hilarious. Makes me laugh really hard this morning. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
And some other things. We got news teases. And, big news. We have a secret. What was that? That was right on cue.
We have a secret. Where
did that come
some
from?
kind of electronic sound. Is that your phone?
Is your phone ringing?
It was on cue. Gotta give him that.
We have a secret that we want to share with our listeners.
I was touched too, Opie.
Someone has a big surprise for their listeners.
Mm-hmm.
and we know about it.
Oh,
so we're gonna pass it on to our listeners before he could break the news.
Yes.
So stay tuned for a secret.
Yeah, this big surprise.
This big surprise. That's going to drive some people nuts today. All right, Patrice will answer his phone, and we'll continue in just a bit.
It's on!
Yeah.
Which, what?
What?
Where?
Sure, what? What?
Who?
Bull Lass.
We have problems.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up.
Unbelievable. We're back with the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. Oh, we have a secret. Oh, we have a secret. Call all your friends and tell them to listen to the Opie and Anthony program today because we have a secret.
A secret. And it's one of those secrets that people like keeping.
That's right.
And they get mad when other people blow it because a lot of work and effort and time went into the secret.
Calling all pests. We have a secret. Alert the media after we tell you the secret.
Pests. Alert.
They got to call each other now and tell them to listen to the radio. So we'll give them a few minutes and then we'll tell you the secret, okay? It's going to drive somebody nuts today. We got Lizard Guy outside the studio, Lizard Man?
Yeah.
I've seen him on TV, man.
Yeah,
what was that show about tattooing?
Ripley's.
He's been on a million different shows. I saw him on the Tattoo Show where they alter their bodies.
I'm looking at his repertoire of stuff, and wow.
Ripley's Believe It or Not with Dean Cain. He was the original.
I'm telling you,
original guys on Ripley's.
I saw him on another show, some A&E show. He'll tell me.
What A&E show?
Should we get him in now, or? I'm
telling you, I know my lizard people.
I've seen guys that do one or two of these things, that he's listed as things he does.
Right.
Not all of these.
My bitch does all of them.
This is insane.
Well, let's get Lizard Man right in. Why make him wait? Lizard Man, come on in, man.
My girl escapes from straitjackets.
Yeah.
Lays on a bed of nails. She puts concrete on her groin. That's why I love her.
Lizard Man.
What's up, man?
That's right. Ripley's, right?
Yes, definitely.
What else?
But also another show. What was the other show about? What you were on with the lion guy and all that?
Just recently, Discovery Health took a program I did in Europe and repackaged it as Humanimals. Oh, sorry, I'm not close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Humanimals.
People that change themselves to look like animals.
They got that chick that thinks she's a cat.
There's a thing going on like that?
The one in New York, Jocelyn Wildstein, or Katzen.
Yeah, right.
Katzen's the tiger lady who's worked in sideshows and done a lot of stuff.
And there's a name for this now? When you alter your body to look like an animal?
Well, I came up with a word when I was a concept artist in college. I called it single-themed full-body transformation as part of my dissertation on it. And that just kind of it got quoted by Playboy randomly, and once Playboy quotes you that's the word. That's what they call it.
Yeah. Wow, man.
I don't even know where to begin.
Well, the tats.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it start?
It started on my back, actually. It was my back was a test piece because I designed...
Did you have the idea to do your whole body and started with the back, or just one of those things where...
I designed my entire body out, said this is going to be my art project, this thing that I'm going to do. I started when I was 18. By the time I was 21, I had it designed. I thought it out and decided, I'm going to do it.
Did you just feel like you were an ugly guy or something and said, I'm going to just alter my body?
I figured I was sexy, but I could be even sexier.
Wow, you got balls.
Because that's kind of one of those things that you do that really needs a lot of thought beforehand, because you're sacrificing, I don't know, assimilating.
To me, it's a commitment as an artist. I looked at his art when I came into it as a student. I always said, you can paint a painting, walk away from it. Make a sculpture, somebody buys it, takes it away. You can always move away from your art. But if you live your art, if you do if you work with your body as a medium, you show that you have a commitment to your ideas and the messages and the things that you're doing.
But you could also discover that you're just a bad artist.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you're stuck with a bad painting on your body.
If you suck,
it worked
you suck.
out. It worked out for you, but I'm sure there's other people that it was an experiment that went horribly wrong. I mean, like, oh damn, I had no talent whatsoever.
Well, just like you guys getting on the radio, any sort of performer, any sort of entertainer, any kind of artist, you have to be. I think you have to take that plunge, and if you suck, then afterwards you gotta suck it up and say, oh, it's too bad I sucked, but at least I had the guts to give it a shot. Right. You gotta go for it.
Well, he's Lizard Man, and he looks like a lizard. He's got green tattoos all over his over his body, like in the form of kind of like a scale,
like
scales
snake scales. Well, let's get the obvious questions you're asked 1,000 times out of the way. Where was the most painful part?
1001. It's the nose.
The nose?
Right down here to the tip of the nose. Doesn't take very long compared to like ribs or other areas, but the intensity of that 2.5, 3 minutes was incredible for the tattooing.
Really?
Easily the most painful tattooing.
Green penis?
No, not a green penis right now. I've been playing around with different jewelry configurations, and I just never got around to tattooing around them.
What, Prince Albert?
I actually had an Alpadravia, which is vertical all the way through the head. I got a nasty scar from it now. I used to take it out and hammer nails through it.
Wait, what is that?
I don't know. I heard
a head split?
No, not split, but a barbell that went in the bottom and came out the top. I've since taken it out due to some scarring.
Ow!
All the way through.
Of what?
Ow!
My penis.
Your penis?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
It's the only piercing that's mentioned in the Kama Sutra, actually.
Oh. Take a leak. It looks like a spit take.
Nah, it's actually, just like a river going around a big tree.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that how that works?
That's your girl out there?
No, that's one of the people from the Jaeger crew that's traveling with us on tour.
Oh,
my girl's back in Texas.
But is she just like a regular? She's probably just
Did she fall in love with you before this or after this?
The first time she saw me, I was opening up for Godsmack in '99. She saw me come out on stage in nothing but a Speedo with my hair on fire and swallow a sword, and I guess that did it for her. She said, I got to meet this guy. I had her backstage that night. We had a long-distance relationship. We've been married 2 years now.
She's just like a regular square?
Not really. She's got all of her tattoos are urban legends. Like she's got kidney scars, like her kidneys were stolen, kudzu vines choking her. But she works as an office manager, so yeah, when she dresses up, nobody knows.
She show off. She's like, my man is the lizard man, bitch.
See, you went with
all you jealous hoes.
You can't put on a suit and a tie and look like you don't have tats or anything.
I can't look like I don't have tats, but I can look like I got a better suit than most people, and I'm having more fun, definitely.
And what's up with the eyes, the eyebrows?
These are Teflon implants. I've got 5 pieces over each eye to make these horned ridges right here.
Yeah, what are they? Little balls? Like
they're carved out. They look like the tips of bullets. They're carved out to be horn-like.
Go into the skin like that.
And they're just sticking straight out.
Straight out. And who does that? Like
these were done by Steve Hayworth, who pretty much pioneered it. He's a former biomedical device engineer who really got into body art and great guy. He's actually, if you look at like plastic surgery, one of the things he's done is the tools for eye reconstruction for people who have horrible eye injuries. He invented and designed those tools for surgeons years ago.
That's right, Robin.
But his own interest was to do things like putting horns on people.
And what about the eyelids? Is that just makeup?
No, this is all tattooed.
That's all. Your eyelids are tattooed.
Yep.
Green
I don't do makeup. One of my hallmarks is I will not do anything that is not permanent and not real.
How the hell did they tattoo your eyelids?
Close your eye, pull the skin down, and work very carefully.
God damn. Because it's right in the corners of your eyes.
Oh yeah, I told her, the woman that did it for me, I was like, get in there. I want everything. Make it green.
Well, I saw the show on TV where, whatever it was called, where you guys turn into animals, whatever.
Yeah.
And you seem like one of the normal ones, man.
That was one of the things they really
There was a guy that was like, looks like a cat or something, or a lion. Or
his real name's Dennis.
What was he trying to do, a cat?
Yeah, he's a Huron Indian, and he believes it's his totem animal. And so he wants to make that transformation, but
he's got whiskers that are implanted and all that crap.
I've seen that.
He lives his life like I don't know.
He really tries to. He really does try to live like a cat. I've hung out with him in San Diego. We actually had the same agent. So.
He seemed a little creepy on that show.
Yeah. They, some of the guys that are doing it do have sort of a weird background or do have some family history. I mean, my thing is I always approached it as an artist and an entertainer. I'm here to, do my art, but at the same time entertain people and do it. So, right now I'm doing kind of sideshow and stunt comedy and things like that. But some of the other guys that do it, they're very much personal and spiritual. I just don't have any of that kind of baggage on me.
What made you choose the lizard?
It was a combination of different things. Mainly it was aesthetic. I like the way reptiles look, and I thought it would be a good way. And, design-wise, I was looking at my body. I'm like, what's going to cover this as a pattern? And I thought about polka dots. I thought about doing a full-body maze at one time. But the one that stuck with me that I really kind of liked every time I looked at the drawings and everything, I like the reptile thing, and it brought everything else together, like the split tongue and the sharpened teeth.
Well, we forgot about the teeth. Yeah. They're all filed down into points, and the tongue is split.
Split tongue. Holy shit.
Wow.
Wow, you could move each part of the split separately.
I can lick both sides at once.
It's split how much? About an inch?
Probably about an inch and a half. It depends on, the way you hold your tongue makes it extend more or less, but I'd say about an inch is probably fair.
And then he's got his earlobe stretched out, too.
Damn.
They're
unbelievable, man. Yeah, those are huge.
And your talents, also along with, the tats, you do things, I was looking at the blockhead thing.
Single most complete sideshow performer in history.
Yeah?
Yep.
Not only nails, right. Any hack can do it with just the nail.
That's where people start out. You start off with small nails, work bigger and bigger.
But scissors, screwdrivers.
I open and close the scissors inside my head, too. I can actually tweak them in and out. They're out there in the case. We'll get them in there.
Cutlery. Yep. A running power drill.
Running power drill. This is, I've been so looking forward to coming here because everywhere else I go with the running power drill, and I never get to say it. But yeah, when you come see a Lizard Man show, you get to see a tattooed freak skull fuck himself for your pleasure.
God damn,
unbelievable! Do you make a good living doing this?
I'm doing all right. I spend about 9-10 months out of the year on tour. I do obviously the Jägermeister music tours. I've been their official host since 2003.
Right.
When I'm not with them, I'm doing tattoo conventions, corporate events, and then on my own I hit the smaller rock clubs, and I've got a couple of brave comedy clubs that have brought me in now and then.
You got a video out?
Actually, I won't do video of the show because it's meant to be a live experience. I do have sketch videos and stuff that are downloadable in different parts of the internet.
What is smashing fingers with soup cans?
You just take a metal soup can, and usually I get a lovely volunteer from the audience to hold my arm down, and I smash it onto my finger until I've either dented the can or broken my finger. So far, the can's lost every time because I still got my fingers.
Jeez. So are you the like, in comparing, like, as you use the comedy world, are you like the Richard Pryor of this shit, or are you the fucking
He's not a hack,
Gallagher of this shit? Like, is there another guy going, that Lizard Man ain't shit?
Actually, there's probably a lot of guys that, well, I say a lot of guys, there's maybe only a dozen people in the world that really do what I do, and we're fairly competitive, but the guys here in New York at Coney Island are really good friends of mine. They're more traditionalists, and a lot of people don't approach it the way I do. I try to approach it from more of a stand-up point of view, that I use personal stories and stuff to illustrate how I do the stunts, whereas the traditional thing is there's a pitch and everybody uses the same old jokes, like you're pounding the nail and like, this is a good way to get iron into your system. I don't do that. I talk about people picking their noses and peeing in the shower. I talk about my experiences with bad roommates and people doing ugly stuff.
I guess one of the guys is like the Enigma would be another one of the guys
probably
that has
the closest.
name. You know?
He's more, he does his stuff all set to music now.
Did you get pissed off when he was in the X-Files?
No, actually, I was.
Sounds like a pretty good gig.
I figure anytime you get somebody out there that's doing, freak art, sideshow stuff like that, I take the view it's good for everybody.
Yeah.
The more we get out there and the more we do stuff, the more you can get people out to a club to see you, everybody's going to benefit. Let's be cool. There's too few of us. Like I say, there's literally less than a dozen of us who make our full-time living doing this.
Right.
There's no room to be an asshole at this point.
Wow. Let's say hi to Josh in Iowa. Josh?
Get this dude some Blue Powerade beer and a hose. He'll show you what lizard juice is all about.
He's seen the show.
Oh, yeah?
What's lizard juice about?
Lizard juice is a concoction I used to offer my fans at the end of the show. It was the final stunt. We'd run 6 feet of clear tubing up my nose. I'd swallow it down into my stomach. It's attached to a pump. We pour all these different things in, bong water, mustard, chocolate syrup. Gets pumped into my stomach. I can mix it around. It's regurgitated by being pulled up out of me in the tube. Pull that tube out, put it in a cup, pour me about a pint glass. We give shots out to anybody in the audience who wants to come out stage, have a big toast to end the show, and chug it down.
You would actually get people to drink this shit that would be in your stomach.
One of the reasons we stopped doing it is because people would rush the stage. They wanted to get that shot of my stomach contents.
Why?
Hey, it's a weird thing. You get up on stage, people want to be there with you,
Holy shit.
Isn't that amazing? Well, can we do some stuff today?
Definitely. I got my case just sitting out there. Let me run out and grab the props.
Case.
Yep.
Yes,
and you're on tour with Disturbed and Corrosion of Conformity?
Yep, Disturbed and Corrosion of Conformity through this leg, and then Disturbed will come back for the second leg till February 23rd, starting in January.
Right. Where are you guys performing tonight?
We are at Nokia tonight.
That's right, okay. I think a bunch of us are going to see Disturbed and Corrosion of Conformity.
Wow. It's a fantastic show. You know, a lot of times on the tours, you'll take a break, like when the bands, because I'm just out there putting the bands on the stage. I'll do my 15 minutes, get them out there, and then run to the bus. These guys, I've been hanging out in the venue every night. There we go.
The metal case.
All the
Patrice
toys.
has one of those cases.
Here, while I get this out.
Only full of
You guys
glass
might actually
dildos.
enjoy that. I probably fits in well with your Whip It Out Wednesday. I have a program of my own that said if you can't beat them, manipulate them.
Right.
So that's my pitch to get Christians to show me their tits.
Show your tits for Jesus.
That's right.
Ooh. In the beginning, Adam and Eve were naked and knew no shame. Only through original sin, eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge, did they come to see that they were naked and become ashamed of their naked bodies. It was in their shame hiding from God because of their nakedness that they were discovered and cast from the Garden of Eden.
He just pulled out a Phillips head screwdriver, a pair of scissors that, your normal hair cutting scissors, and a fork.
Well, we're going to tape this for the internet so people could at least take a look at what the hell Lizard Man's all about here.
A hook. I am petrified.
Power drill.
Right now. There's the drill.
Space
nice
here.
Little 9.6 volt Black & Decker. Beautiful drill.
My 9-volt electric nose picker.
Is there any trickery here, Lizard Man?
I will say that I'm taking out my septum jewelry. That's the piercing that's in my septum, but has nothing to do with the act, just so you can see how big that is. You can kind of do that. Right, so.
Holy shit. He just took a Sharpie and put it in one nostril, and it came out the other nostril. Sideways, like a bone through the nose type piercing.
Let's see, where to start.
Nothing.
The fork is small. That's through. What we're going to do now is in. This is the old the fork. This is a great dinner trick for the kids. You just kind of lean back and yeah.
You just put a fork in his head.
There you go.
He's
the
put
fork is in his mouth.
A fork completely almost to the.
This is kind of like the starter
part.
kit. Yeah, after the nails, when people learn the blockhead, this is what they do. And he's going to take that out.
How far did that just go in?
About that far.
Yeah, what
right
would you say, like 3 inches?
That's
4 inches?
a little more than 4. It's probably about 5.
5 inches straight into the head.
It's the entire handle of a fork.
Where's it going?
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you. There's a space in there?
There's a lower sinus passage that goes straight back. That's the one that connects with the inside of the back of your throat.
Yeah.
Like, when you get a cold, everybody feels that drip in the back of their throat.
Right.
I'm going straight back above the soft palate, back in the head. I can actually feel it, like, underneath my eyes. I sometimes do this act with a live snake and have the snake crawl out my mouth. And I can feel it crawling around in that passage underneath my eyes.
That's the one. That's the hole where you go. It went down the wrong way.
Yeah.
He sticks things down the wrong way. It went down the wrong pipe.
To give you an better idea of where the passage is, the hook will show it better because you'll be able to, looking at it visually, kind of feel it in that same way.
Okay.
I don't want to, though.
The worst fishing accident in history.
So he's got a huge hook.
And he has snot running down his nose, so this is serious business.
And he's sliding it into his nostril. Now he's turning it around. And now it's out his mouth.
There you go.
Holy crap!
That's what I'm talking about.
What do you think, Patrice?
That's what I'm talking about.
Obviously, these are some visuals, but Steve's got the camera rolling. That is a huge hook.
Yeah. How come watching it, you get that feeling in your taint?
The heebie-jeebies?
What is that about the human, system where you see something like that and you get, like, this tingle in your taint?
It's that visceral response. It's that you can't look at another human being, even if they're tattooed green with horns on their face, and not think, oh, what if that was happening to me?
Oh, snotty faced lizard man sticking things in his soft hole palate.
Yeah, you got a tissue?
Pain. Get this man some tissue.
All right, here's the...
nothing wrong with a booger. Scissors. Everybody picks their nose, right? The only bad thing about picking your nose is, of course, every now and then you get that nose hair and it plucks out with it and it hurts like hell.
Yeah.
Well, you just trim them a little bit. Just get that in there.
All right.
You're putting a scissor.
Once you get in there deep, you just got to kind of...
Oh, don't open and close the scissors.
It's open and closing.
You are a maniac.
As it is, it's way in his nostril.
When you pull it out.
Like 4 inches in minimum.
He's probably a millimeter from something dangerous.
Yeah, how close are you to
snipping?
Yeah, I've probably had better ideas in my time.
He's gonna snip his fucking spine one day and just collapse in somebody's studio. Watch this clip. Oh shit! That just
turns into a puddle in front of your eyes.
As drunk as I get on stage, I think they got a wheelchair waiting anyway. So
we didn't realize the Ungunga vein was right in the nostril casing fucking opening closes.
And he also, by the way,
wow.
Another thing that's giving me the heebie-jeebies is how he licks clean everything he pulls out of his nose.
I'm a very sanitary lizard.
I see. Now there is a drill bit going into.
Just want to give you a little bit of sound. This is nice. So.
All right, he's got a power drill.
All right.
Going in the nose again. Straight in the nostril.
I've heard that noise before.
God, straight in the nostril to the back of the head. He's pushing. Power drill all the way in, and now he's working the power drill.
That's right, working in.
Holy shit. I cannot fucking deal.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
Wow.
Bravo.
That's impressive.
Yeah, we probably should have started here because it's a safety first kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Start off with the condom. And like I said, you come to the show, you get to see somebody skull fuck themselves with a power drill. And because we got the alcohol, we try to do responsibility messages. But the condom's a universal symbol of responsibility. But what I do with the condom's actually pretty irresponsible. It's not as irresponsible as fucking fat chicks, but it's still pretty irresponsible.
He's unrolling the condom.
Yeah, you gotta unroll it.
Feel bad for fat women out there with the lizard man even put you down. Fat bitches, give me that rat so I can eat it.
I'm just giving some back. I've had my career choices questioned by bums. We were in San Francisco on tour. Really? A bum came up to me and goes, "Is that a tattoo?" And I'm like, yeah, it's a tattoo. He goes, how are you ever going to get a job? I'm like, you just asked me for a quarter, motherfucker. How are you asking me how I'm going to get a job?
And how sick are you of hearing that exact question?
Oh, exactly. People are like, how are you going to get a job?
We didn't go there because obviously you're making a great living doing
he's committed.
this.
Get off my property. I own a house. What are you doing asking me for a quarter?
This is the type of shit makes me wish I could live forever just to see him as a 80-year-old, wrinkled up, tattooed lizard man and shit.
It's going to be
drilling shit and sticking things in his face.
Old folks home, I'll be rolling my wheelchair around, chasing chicks with my tongue out. Come on, nurse.
That tongue is great, though. That whole... It didn't scare me. It's like, wow, the things you can do.
Oh, he's snorting.
Oh!
He snorted
the unrolled
Now, that was weird feeling.
Right up to the... and now it pulled it out of his... He's
flossing his insides now.
Can you
wait, we got to explain for the radio. So
you got to remember to floss,
the condom
kids.
went in the nostril and out the mouth, and then he held it on both ends and worked it back and forth there.
And what usually happens when I do that, and we haven't got any girls, so there's always this one chick that'll scream out, "That's gross," which happens actually a lot during the show. This one I love it though because it turns me on. Because the only way a girl can know how gross this is if she's had a condom in her mouth before. So that's the one I'm looking for.
Can you choke? Is it possible for you to choke?
It's very easy to choke. If I miss the turn. So I have to manipulate it by the pressure inside my head. If I miss the turn, it'll get into my airway, and then it's like having a balloon caught in your throat, and it'd be very easy to choke.
How about just regular eating? You couldn't choke just regular eating something?
Just regular choking, eating from doing sword swallowing and other things. In the sideshow, I've got pretty good control. I can usually cough something up or down however I want.
You get any infections? How do you prevent that crap?
I just try and stay as healthy as I can,
Better than knocks all 9 on that fucking condom. That clears out.
This should kill sperm. It should kill everything else, right? Here's the reverse.
All right, now he's sticking the condom completely in his mouth, shoving it deep in, and now he's going to suck it out his nose, it looks like. Here he goes.
Blowing a big condom bubble with his nose.
I don't care where you go. A guy with a condom hanging out of his nose is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I gotta give you that.
Lizard man, that rocks. And now he's pulling it out of his nostril.
Gotta wrap that up, do the responsible thing.
Wow. Hey, you do the dart trick? I shouldn't call them tricks.
Yeah, they're not tricks, really. They're stunts.
I know they're not tricks.
Yes, we do the darts on stage.
We've done that.
Really?
We had a guy come in. He wanted to plug his business, so we said, all right, let us throw darts at your back, and every dart that's, we hit you in the back with, you could plug your business.
Yeah, we tape some newspaper over his
spine. That's fair trade, I believe. That's fair trade.
So we wouldn't paralyze him, and then we threw him. I hit him in the shoulder blade with one. I swear I heard clunk where it hit his bone.
Yeah, we do that for the crowd. Actually, before Disturbed, we give them that's their chance to yell and scream and get remembered by the do. We give them a few in the back, and then I take a few in the chest and the stomach. So we just kind of spin around like a whirligig and let them go.
The tattoos are well done too. It's like they're smooth and it just looks.
Yeah, it's good work.
Yeah, it's not like all
very
weird.
Give you a better look at the rest of it.
Very good work.
He's taking off his hoodie.
Jaeger hoodie.
Holy crap!
Wow, that is pretty cool.
With the
Takes
word
on almost an
freak
Egyptian
across his
thing.
chest.
Actually, I turn around, you see on my back, there's different parts of my back are scarred up in the black. They're actually not mistakes in the tattoos. They're the scars from darts and from hanging by hooks.
Oh, you do the hook on your back, and
like every lizard, he's a little chubby. A little flabby snake, man.
Got a little reserve for the winter. What do you need there?
Well, he still has a piece of antelope there that hasn't fucking digested.
Listen, Tony, that.
Where he constricted somebody, and it's like, hey, it's still.
It's amazing that at 145 pounds, I'm getting weight comments from Patrice, isn't it? Come on.
Fucking Patrice.
I can't believe it. I know I'm a mess, but I thought the Snake Man was going to be all,
Well, his whole body's tattooed. We got video that Steve's.
That's amazing.
Well, I noticed that you didn't just go with an entire body of scales.
Well, it seemed to me like I needed to break it up a little bit, so I looked at different things that were out there, and I thought that some different markings would be good. And there was sort of a practical thing. Like I said, we started with my back piece. That, when I designed it, I'd never had a tattoo, so I didn't know if I was going to sit down and be the ultimate pussy and go, ow, no, I can't do this, and screw up the whole project.
Have one green scale on your back for the rest of your life?
So what we decided to do was start off with the black pieces, and the tattooer told me, he goes, if you can sit from one of these black pieces, you'll make it through the whole thing. So it's like, start with my shoulder blade. He drilled it out, and I was like, okay, that's not what I'd call fun, but I can do this.
And it's just like a tattoo of a black mesh that starts the whole thing?
Yeah, and then you
they
fill in
it
the
in
scales.
with the green. So I've seen, you still got black mesh on your chest. But what about the other, like the swirly black things?
Yeah, those are just the markings, and I figured it'd be nice to kind of break it up and have something there. I've just really always been a fan, too, of the visuals of large, heavy black tattooing, the different cultures they come from. I'm like, that's a good look. It's a good design. And most of it is visual because it's a visual art form as a performer.
It does almost have like some kind of Egyptian look to it.
Yeah, they're partially
clean, man.
motivated by different island cultures. Like I say, some of the Egyptian, the mosaics and things that are out there.
Your very first tattoo is it visible?
Is these shoulder pieces, the upper back.
And you was empty before that.
Yeah, absolutely clear. All I had before that was I'd had my ears pierced.
Are you done tattooing?
No, I've got probably about 700 hours in and another 200 to go.
What are you going to do next?
Just fill in the empty scales. Yeah, all these scales will be filled in completely green.
Oh, it's not going to be the mesh.
Yeah. This is right now. This is just in progress.
Gotcha.
It's just a matter of getting that all filled in.
And that has to heal for a little while and then to the next.
I can usually do about 8 to 10 hours at a time, and that takes about a week and a half to heal fully. And then we're good.
Damn.
We go up to another one.
Wow.
I think I can get this strap around this chair, show you the ears.
All right.
Actually, you know what would even be better for weight, if Patrice will help me? I can probably pull him with my ears.
Holy Patrice, how much you weigh?
Sure.
I weigh
about
upwards of 3.
Upwards of 3.
Yeah.
He's putting
just to get a visual
through his ear piercings. He's putting those big,
I bet I could pull you
like
in the chair.
What are you gonna do?
Parachute fastening clips.
Okay, all right.
That's like the clips that hold your parachute canopy on.
Okay.
All right, now he's got Patrice
and big straps, and Patrice on the chair, and now. He just pulled Patrice with his earlobe piercing
across the studio.
Oh my dear sweet Lord!
I tell you, I don't believe him. I think he's playing up the fat man angle. He ain't a pound over 280. At a pound over 280.
He has the strength of 1,000 snakes.
That's pretty impressive.
He's fucking.
God.
You know, with
damn.
great power comes great responsibility. You know that.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Actually, I hold the Guinness.
And you're not going to snap the earlobe doing that?
No, I've actually built these up over time. I can do a deadlift of around 50 to 60 pounds, and I set a record that Guinness is now deciding if they'll certify or not. I pulled a Geo Metro the length of a football field with my ears last summer for a car commercial, and they didn't give it to me. It was an audition taping, and they didn't give me the spot.
Why didn't they give you the spot?
They thought it was too extreme, that people would be turned off by it.
It looked bad, like if your Metro, your Metro breaks down, you need this guy to pull you to a service station.
Right. When are they going to show it? During Everybody Loves Raymond? Right after his little...
Some towing company ought to be on the phone to me right now, actually.
Are you making up your own medical... Like, are you just, like, deciding... Like, just now you pulled me, but did you make a decision that your ears can withstand that kind of thing? You made the decision, or somebody said, you can do this?
Lifting stuff with piercings has actually been around popularly for about 200 years. There's a guy named Rasmus Nielsen in the 1700s that was doing anvils and pulling people in wagons. So I look around the world, and anytime I see somebody do something, this is how I got started. I started out as a fire eater, fire breather, bed of nails and stuff when I was in high school. I was just really curious. I was like, if your body can do that, can my body do that? And I wanted to push myself and find my limits. And it became, now I've been doing this for more than 15 years that I've reached a level. It's kind of like a sprinter doesn't start off being world class.
Yeah.
But if they train really hard and do it forever, they reach a level that most other people will never get to.
What's the one stunt you hate doing?
The stunt that... Probably one of the worst stunts, because it's the one that goes wrong the most often, is putting my hand into a steel raccoon trap. Because it's very easy. What you want to do is when you get your hand in there, it snaps down, and I'm trying to get it on the flats of the bones to minimize it, but the distance is such that I hit my knuckles all the time, and I end up with these big swollen knuckles. And, of course, I'll usually do at least 2 shows a night or at least 5 or 6 shows in a week. So to come back the next day with your knuckle busted like you just punched a brick wall and have to put it back in a trap... kind of sucks.
Oh, wow. And hanging from the meat hooks, that's no big deal?
Hanging from the hooks I actually enjoy. I do that for fun, basically. That's something
now, that is no trick at all. They are actual hooks.
Actual hooks.
That go in your back.
The only picture I have with me right now is on my phone. If you guys want to...
Look at that. Pass it around.
Yeah, those are 2 9-gauge hooks I hung 150 feet off a crane over the Gulf of Mexico with a bunch of my buddies.
And the skin's not going to split?
What it is you need a thick enough gauge of a hook.
Yeah.
And the tensile strength of skin is much more than people think.
We've bleeding like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's after coming down, the tension's taken off, so it allows the blood to flow out. Doing suspension is, like I say, it's fun for us, and if you do it correctly, you got to learn where to pierce, what equipment to use. The group that I work with, TSD, is the oldest, longest-running group of suspenders.
What does that stand for?
Traumatic Stress Discipline. Wow. And we're the team that did Ripley's as well, did the crane mobile for them, and assisted on the helicopter flight for Joey Strange, and basically modern suspension, especially in the West, comes through the group.
You working on any new tricks?
I'm always working on. I've been working on
new stunts. Sorry,
no, new stunts. It's I think people do get it when I come out, because I open the show coming out with a deck of cards, and the first thing I say is I'm like, all right, I get the audience up there and we go through the whole thing setting up a card trick, and all I say is I'm like, all right, go find a fucking magician, because I don't do card tricks. Everything you're gonna see from here on out is real.
Right.
And they understand it, and so what I'm working on now is a lot of different things, because I've had to basically take fire out of my act since Great White. So I'm replacing those
what
elements.
A bummer.
Yeah.
Great White ruined everything.
Yeah. Hottest act in the world for 40 seconds, and then everybody else suffers.
I got a key.
There's a little girl that does, I don't know her name, but she scratches her eyeball. You ever...
Yeah. Scratches her eyeball?
She scratches her fucking
right out
eyeball.
Of her head.
Yeah.
And
like
chews her fingers down to the bone.
To the bone, man.
That sounds like OCD, really.
And she's only like 4.
I think it's Gabby. Her name's Gabby, and she told me to tell you you're a fucking hack.
They had a story on the news yesterday.
Gabby will be working for me in 6 months. Get her out.
They had a story on the news yesterday, just to help you along here. A girl that doesn't feel any pain.
She feels no pain.
She's like 5 or something like that.
So her parents, I guess, weren't watching her as well as they should have, and she was chewing her fingers until it got right down to the bone, just about. So they pulled all her teeth out, and then she was scratching her eyeball.
This sounds like model parenting here to me.
She was scratching her eyeball, and she did that to the point where her eye was so damaged that had to be removed. So she's slowly just kind of disassembling
just
herself.
Taking pieces away from her.
Now that I'd pay to see.
Because of bad parenting.
Yeah, that's
your parents into what you do?
Actually, my parents came and they'd seen me on TV before. My dad helped me build my first bed of nails. He was basically my first consultant for sort of some of the engineering.
What a great father-son project.
Yeah, build a bed of nails.
Love is love, isn't it? It is what it is.
Some of them build the soapbox derby cars.
Are your parents squares, like regular squares?
My dad is a mountain warfare instructor for the 110 division in the Army, and my mom is a retired elementary school teacher.
Wow, that should have turned out just like a soldier kid.
I actually turned down an appointment to the Naval Academy to go to art school.
Really?
Yep.
Very good.
I was a National Merit Scholar, varsity athlete. That's I'm like, dude, for me, it's all about the performance and the art.
What did you do? Athletic?
I played soccer and tennis in high school, and then I played 8 years of rugby when I got out between college
Tough
and
motherfucker. I guess that makes sense. Great sport.
I was a hooker. 8 years of hooking. I got the bad vertebrae to prove it.
Right on. Any other stunts you want to do before we move on here?
I got a couple of things that fit my nose if you want. I got the screwdriver. This one, actually, I put my thing like it. This one's kind of cool. This is because lots of people will do screwdrivers and other tools. But this one took me a little bit of control to get, so you'll see the moment when you see the part that's a little different. Instead of just sliding in, you go about part way, and you kind of
let it slide in.
Wow. You got to actually release the sinus patches.
Wow.
And drop down.
Right.
Yeah. And then you kind of...
Very nice.
He let it slide right in and then back out of his... And then he licks it clean. God damn.
You gotta have the flourish, man.
That
Gotta have
is
the
some
flourish.
fucked up shit.
Someone has a great question. How much has the tattooing cost you?
Most of my tattooing has been done on a friendly basis.
But what would it be if just normal?
Oh, if it was an insurance quote, it would be pushing $250,000.
Wow.
Because we did that for some show, wanted to know, and they actually took me to an insurance adjuster, and he figured out the hourly rate of the tattoo artist versus what it would take to repair and everything else. And they're like, yeah, we'd probably want $250,000 from you to insure it.
And what, one guy did all your work?
Been broken up by two guys. I started out in upstate New York for the first couple of years, but I moved to Texas. I had a friend of mine in Dallas take over the work. So it's been basically Mad Pup in upstate and then Mike Tidwell in Dallas.
Where in upstate New York?
Plattsburgh.
Oh, Plattsburgh. Okay.
Yeah. I actually grew up 30 miles northwest of Plattsburgh. That's where I went to high school.
All you got to do is plug them, and that's your payment, is just to plug them?
Yeah, I'm just the walking billboard.
Yeah.
They'd probably do it if I never said anything.
Do you know Scorch?
Scorch? Oh, up in...
Everyone knows Scorch.
Yeah,
From the Kingdom of Nakedness. Scorch!
Scorch, how you doing, man?
What's going on, guys?
What's up, Scorch?
Not much. We're just kind of chilling out. I'm glad you got Lizard Man. Hey, Lizard Man, what up, man?
Scorch is one of our radio friends. He does morning radio in Syracuse, New York.
But I don't sound like I'm having a constipation fit with you.
We all like imitating Scorch around here. It's one of our favorite pastimes. The
Naked Militia.
Well, is it? Yeah, it's the Naked Militia now?
Yeah, the nakedmilitia.com.
And you're going to be having a Naked Militia Christmas party?
Yeah, and you guys are more than invited. I thought you already said you were coming up, right?
Yeah, of course we will.
We'll be the only two there.
Are we on the air with you guys again?
Not just yet. You will be in a second. Right now we're playing Aretha Franklin. What's her name? Roberta Flack.
What song?
I don't know how to love him.
Wait, what happened to you?
Have you guys changed format again? Every time I go up there and see him for the convention in Syracuse, he's got 3 new formats.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Right now we're playing Metallica.
Oh, okay. You're scaring us. I'm like, what happened to our pal Scorch?
Here's Roberta Flack, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You can do it, though.
So what's going on in the world of satellite radio?
We're loving Lizard Guy over here, man. Lizard Man, unbelievable.
Has he put your finger through his nose yet?
No.
Yeah, see, we usually find the girl that works at the radio station, make her put her pinky through my nose without telling her what's going on. You want to see a girl dance in one spot. It's great.
Hey, listen, man, you coming back up here in January?
I actually can't make it this year because the tour already has me. From January 4th through February 23rd, I'm doing the second leg of this tour with Blood Simple and Disturbed.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scorch, you're going to have to settle for someone else. Cockroach Guy.
Hey, Scorch, what kind of radio bits you doing these days?
Well, you listen to our promos every day on myspace.com/the Naked Militia. Today we are doing nothing.
Hold on, we got... Someone just handed me a Scorch demo.
Oh,
I got Scorch as one of my friends on MySpace.
Do you really?
Of course.
We got some promos, I guess.
Okay, here we go. Jesus.
This is Scorch, the Naked Militia. This is the show intro.
Scorch. And the Naked Militia. This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Yes, it's wake-up time.
Get up, go to work.
Get the sleep out of your eyes, on the radio on. We got a little surprise. Might be a little crazy, but it's my kind of show. Get in the car, turn it up, then let's go! At 5 minutes after 6 o'clock. Warm morning, man. 73 already, heading up to about 95 to 100 today. I mean, no offense, but that's just a little too toasty for me. And it is Syracuse's rock station with the best classic rock and the best new rock. It's Rock 105, the dog.
All right, listen to me.
That's nice.
Listen to me.
Nice.
The best classic rock and the best new rock.
Well, I get paid $14 an hour to say that. So.
Yeah. I love when commercial radio stations say that stuff, though. It's like, why are you playing the best classic rock and the best new rock, and all the other stations are purposely picking out the worst classic rock?
We're not playing the best of anything, believe me.
They're playing the obscure Foghat because they just don't know any better?
Not playing the best of anything. Listen to them bashing.
Well, that is why I can't wait till the third week of January when I finally get on XM full time.
Is that what's going on, Scorch?
I'm not really at liberty to say.
Not at liberty?
No, we would know by now.
Yeah, you would know by now.
We're making all the decisions. Don't you know that yet?
Come on over, man.
We're going to at some point. I got to wait for Paulie to finish up with his contract. He's working for the Gay Radio Network. And
I always hear you guys talk about guys in radio that sit and listen to XM and dream. I'm that guy.
Yeah,
really?
We know everyone is listening to XM out there.
This used to be like the goof of radio, satellite radio. Years ago, people on regular radio looked at it like, satellite radio. Now it's at the point where who doesn't want to come over here and be able to speak your mind, do what the fuck you want, and just have a blast? Oops, are you on the air now?
No, but it's just so cool to hear someone say that.
That's nothing.
It's a blast, man.
Well, just the fact, and you guys said it, and we'll say it too. If you get on satellite just to say this or that, then that's crap. But if you just to be able to say what's on your mind without worrying about it, God bless, man, that's a good thing.
That's it. Now everyone wants to come over.
Do you have a bit called "Would You Let Ron Jeremy Violate You"?
Well, we did a bit for $10 million. It was a $10 million question. Would you let Ron Jeremy violate you on your Thanksgiving table?
It came up at one of our pool parties during the summer. And
with a bunch of guys talking about
in front of your parents and everything?
Yeah, in front of your parents.
What about you guys? Would you do it?
But how much do you get?
$10 million.
$10 million?
Yeah.
For Ron Jeremy to butt fuck you.
Yeah.
On the Thanksgiving table.
Excuse me, we in terrestrial radio prefer violate.
Yeah, but we all know what that means. Violate could be he used one of those old 50s blackjacks and takes your money. We like being right to the point here.
That's right.
And let's see, $10 million. No. What are you, crazy?
$10 million.
See, you got to ask someone that's poor, Scorch.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
We make $10 million a week.
Believe me. Why do you think I want a part of that?
Then you got to turn around to Ron and go, I don't know how to quit you.
So what do you guys do?
Yeah, you guys talking about the gay cowboy movie yet?
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, we talked about that the other day.
Yeah.
We were like doing little bits and pieces on that. Yeah.
Have you seen it? It's wonderful.
Paulie is going to see it for us because he takes care of all the gay stuff on the show.
Yeah, we got to send someone to the movie theater as they're coming out of Brokeback Mountain.
Hey, did you guys do Feels for Meals this year?
No. Once again, we got shut down.
Again, they shut us down. There's just no way to get that one off the ground.
See, we can't do everything on satellite radio.
Prostitution is prostitution, even in space.
Matter of fact, the lawyers never got back to us on Feels for Meals this year. They didn't even bother.
Christmas, then.
Huh?
You should do it for Christmas.
Well, we got the idea for Christmas. Are we going to do Money Snatch?
Yeah, we want to do the Money Snatch.
We're doing Money Snatch. We got to start getting women for the Money Snatch game. We should do it next week because Christmas
is almost
here. Yeah, let's start
getting women for the Money Snatch. It's great. It's like one of those things where you put a woman in a room full of money, and the money blows all over the place, and the more she can grab and come out with,
it's a cute bit.
That's
all the
how much she gets to keep. But ours is different. They got to put it in their most intimate of areas, if I could be radio safe. And whether they roll it up or shove it in, whatever, they have to come out with the money right up there, and then they get to keep it.
They got to be completely nude.
Totally
nude. Totally nude for the Money Snatch game.
So now, in a couple of weeks or so, myself and Paul are going to come down and hang out with you guys in the studio. Is that cool?
Nice. Have the Scorch in with us.
Yeah, you could hang out and do the show with us the whole time you're in New York.
And I promise you that I won't bring Gooner with me this time.
Who the hell's that?
Remember Gooner, the kid I brought with me when you guys were in New York City?
He was Gilligan on the real Gilligan's Island.
No clue.
You remember that kid? I brought him into the show with you.
Yeah, he came.
We remember everyone that comes by to say hi to us.
Everybody.
Yeah, sure we do.
Anyhow, you remember Dave Dickless?
Yeah, he never came to visit. Brucey Mittman did.
All right, wait, we got some audio of Would You Let Ron Jeremy Violate You?
All right, let's.
For $10 million, would you let Ron Jeremy violate you in front of your parents on the Thanksgiving Day table?
Jeremy, would you let him do it?
Sure, I would. And then after that, they'd have to pay me another $10.5 million to let him stop.
Hey, John, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
How are you?
Yeah, I would definitely let him stuff me like a turkey.
Hey, is that our own Sam doing some voice work for you?
Laughing and stuff? No. Sam wasn't here then, actually.
Sam wasn't here yet.
Oh, well, you sound like Sam a little bit then.
Yeah, Paulie definitely sounds like Sam.
Paulie sounds a little bit like Sam, our old intern.
Yeah.
Who's now our new intern. Sam's a good worker, though.
Sam is in the other studio checking out our show today.
Do you think that he's part black?
Yes.
Yeah, there's something going on. We were talking about that.
Yeah, Sam, come on in and say hi. We got
totally
Lizard Man
white.
in the studio. We got Scorch on the phone from Syracuse. He's doing his morning show. Are we simulcasted to Syracuse right now?
Yeah.
All right. We're on the air with Scorch?
We're going to be on the air in 50 seconds.
50 seconds, and then we'll keep it clean.
Well, when you guys do your break, just start talking, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to trust you.
You're on delay, right?
I'm going to trust. We don't have a delay.
Oh. Well, what if we promise we won't curse this
We won't
time?
curse.
No. No.
Oh, so we're not going to be on with you.
We might have you on for a second.
You're all over the country. At least give us a little taste. Give us Syracuse.
We swear we won't curse.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
All right. And we got Sam in studio. He used to work for us. He now works for Scorch.
Hi, this is Sam.
Did he say hi to Lizard Man?
How's it going, Lizard Man?
Hi, Sam.
Rock 105, the dog. Syracuse's rock station. Scorch and Paulie. And we're being joined by the big time. I guess we can call it the big time, right?
The guys who actually make money in this business.
Of course, they're not on terrestrial radio, that's why. From XM Satellite Network, it's Opie and Anthony. My
Scorch.
Boy.
There he is, our buddy Scorch.
Hey, thank you guys for joining us. I know that you really don't like me and you talk nasty about me, but at least...
Why would you get that idea? We've been pals since the old WAAF days in Boston.
I can honestly say I listen to these guys all the time. They always have nothing but nice things to say about you.
Love the Scorch.
It's so good. I live vicariously through you, and it's good that I love to see all the successes you guys have had.
I love the Naked Militia. I want to come to the Naked Militia party.
Yeah, what's the Naked Militia party all about?
We're going to have it at Hooters. It's going to be this coming Monday night. And it is going to be...
So you're going to hang out with a bunch of naked guys at Hooters.
I'm going to hang out with the chicks.
Your career has really taken off since we've last seen you, Scorch.
Well, now I'm with men.
Chicken wings and naked men. That's that's wonderful.
Some things don't change, in other words.
What I don't understand about Scorch, he started with the kingdom of nakedness, right?
Right.
Now it's the naked militia, but he doesn't actually get naked.
Well, do you want to see me naked?
I don't want to see you naked, but I'm just thinking if you're coming up with this unbelievable concept called the Naked Militia, that there'd be nudity all over the goddamn place.
This shows you where you're at, because how do you know he doesn't have chicks in the Naked Militia?
Thank you, Anthony.
That are naked walking around.
Because he does the same type of show we do, and when we do our appearances, how many chicks do you see, Anthony?
2.
It's a sausage freaking factory.
2 girls at your event? God damn, I want to be on satellite.
I've been doing this show for 8 months now and never seen a naked person yet.
No?
Not one.
In the militia?
We got Lizard Man in studio today, too.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Lizard Man.
How you doing, Scorch?
He's helping out Disturbed.
Live in Syracuse. Good for you. Who needs satellite when you could be on in the queues?
Right. You know, if the tour didn't have me locked up, I'd be back up there for Am Jam again. I love Jeannie, and I love going up there to see you guys.
No doubt.
You've definitely done that remix you did of the Snoop Dogg song for me a couple years ago. One of the best pieces I've ever had done for me.
What was that?
He did the Holiday Inn song.
Yeah.
Because we had the convention at a Holiday Inn. Replaced everything with Lizard Man. It was chilling with Lizard Man at the Holiday Inn.
Oh, that's pretty
Did the whole remix up there. I think that's he's spending all his hours doing that. You getting the $14 an hour for that too?
Well, that was on the house.
It was absolutely brutal.
It was part of my job with it. You got to go in the studio and do something, so I did.
How's Syracuse treating you?
Yeah, how's this commercial radio working out for you?
I want to be on satellite radio.
Are you allowed to fart and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm allowed to do a little bit more than most, luckily. So
because you're what they call under the radar.
Yeah, I'm not as shiny as other people have been, but it's still not. I want to do talk radio.
Maybe the fact that our station can't afford a program director.
Oh, really? You don't have a program director right now?
We don't have anything. We broadcast out of a broom closet.
Nice, no boss.
So let's hang on 1 second. Let's continue the music. It's
wait a minute. You said you don't have a program director, you pussy.
Forget the music.
Screw the music. For once, you got entertaining radio, and you're going to go play, what, Foghat or something?
Talk show, Scorch.
Talk show. We're talking.
This is how we did it. We blew off the music no matter how bad Brucey Mittman yelled at us.
To anybody?
Brucey Mittman.
If you want to become a talk show host, you got to just start talking. You blow off the music. What dumb song do you have to play?
You know what? I'm going to blow it off.
What song did you have to play there?
I'm going to blow it off. I was going to play
What
live.
was it? What was it?
I was going to play Lightning Crashes from Live, but I'm just going to blow it off.
Lightning
Crashes.
That's terrific. Lightning Crashes. Like your listeners want to hear that crappy song one more time. Lightning Crashes. I can understand if you blow us off for Metallica or Godsmack or Disturbed, but live?
Lightning Crashes.
We haven't played Disturbed in 2 years, I don't think.
Why?
Really?
Yeah, we used to play that stuff.
What about Land of Confusion?
Genesis? Yeah, we played the Genesis version.
No, you can't play the Genesis version.
You haven't heard Disturbed do Land of Confusion yet?
Yeah, we have. We just can't play it.
Why?
It's one of those things.
Come, Scorch, you got to break the rules, man.
Wait, what is going on, Scorch? You said you don't have a program director. Who do you have to listen to?
We have a boss that actually fired me and put me on with Scorch.
That's the punishment.
Damn. Wait, so who's running the station?
The operations manager of the whole...
you got one of those?
I thought you were, man. It's like Apocalypse Now over there.
Our program director's sitting in the studio with you, Sam.
Oh, Sam is the program director.
Our intern
He's
is
moved
your
up
program
quite
director.
quickly in the
Pretty
radio
much.
industry.
God, we didn't see this talent when he was working for us.
We had to have an equal opportunity thing, so we hired the first black guy we found. That was Sam.
He's not quite black, is he?
He's about 1% black, I'm thinking. Patrice, you think he's black?
Yeah.
Our old
There's
intern.
something in there.
No, he's black, right?
Yeah.
He says he's related to Thomas Jefferson.
This guy's related to Thomas Jefferson.
So I'm thinking Thomas Jefferson had a little thing with the slave girl.
Diddled yeah.
Yep, and then throughout the years, some of that black blood
Look at
still
him.
still
He's
shows
looking at
its
me
face.
like, how dare you? Like, nigga hair, mother... I'm sorry about that.
You can still say that. You just can't curse.
You had a scale, didn't you? 1 to 10 on a scale of blackness. You gave me a 1.
Yeah, he's 1.
Not
He's
a 0.5, but he's got that percentage. That's
There's
how it
something
goes.
in
buddy.
there.
We had a black chart made because of Sam, Scorch. Are we still on with you guys or no?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to waste our good stuff if we're not on in Syracuse.
This is so we could get subscriptions from Syracuse.
That's right. We're using you to get more people to tune into the Opie and Anthony show on XM.
Syracuse, it's XM satellite radio. Opie and Anthony on high voltage channel 202.
Oh, wait a minute. Matt in New York. Matt, what's up? Matt.
You motherfucker. I just switched over to the dog and you're playing Bon Jovi, Shot Through the Heart, in a block of commercials. What the fuck?
Scorch? Scorch?
Ramon!
Scorch?
What's up?
Are we still on or not?
Not at this point now, no.
No. Someone said you were playing...
I'm playing...
Scorch is a lion douchebag.
Wait a minute. We weren't on and you said we were on?
No, we're on.
He said that we have a listener that's calling from Syracuse that says you were playing Bon Jovi.
No, he's on crack. He just wants to be an O&A fan.
I'm listening now. I hear commercials. Want me to
I'm playing commercials right
To
now.
believe that, you'd have to believe somebody was actually in Syracuse and listening.
Oh, Sam. That was Sam, your intern. Scorch, so now we're in commercials?
So now I'm in commercials, yes.
Well, when did you go to commercials?
I just hit him.
Right when that guy said fuck.
Yeah.
Kevin in New York says Sam had a black girlfriend in high school.
Yes, I did.
Showed us
I had a
pictures.
couple. I dated a couple black chicks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well keep it in the family.
It's a weird look, though. It's like he can pass for white. Like he can pass for white. It's like a Jewish thing and the Rock thing.
Like,
yeah. There's something going on in his red hair. He's just a real...
He's like 1% black.
But it's the nappy hair he's got.
My ex-girlfriend's mom said I was ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah, I can't really figure it out.
It's just a weird...
Yeah, he could be Irish, black,
He's not
Italian, Jewish.
No one,
black Irish.
No one's mother is quite comfortable with his look.
No,
All right.
too close.
We're going to have to say goodbye to Scorch for now.
All right, Scorch, stir.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks, man. NakedMilitia.com.
Totally nude with Scorch.
I don't know Scorch, man, but it's sad. It's tough in this business where you can hear he is a rebel kind of guy. and he just can't be.
He's been beaten down.
And he doesn't want to, like, be a pussy in front of you guys, but he was sneaking playing commercials. And I don't know him enough to, like, you know, that's
you got it down.
But just listening to him, and it's just like, yeah, all right, fuck that, yo. And it's just like he's playing, bye, Creston. It's just like, he's just
totally
trying
got it,
his
Patrice.
best. It's so
We
sad,
talked to him
man.
out of playing the song. He was nervous that he was on too long talking.
Yeah.
We were able to get that past him, but then I think the nervousness just got to him.
Like, I'm going to play a song. And it's like, no, don't play the song.
And I guarantee he just hit the spots before that guy even cursed.
As soon as you get that slight, I don't want to burn a bridge feeling in your life, man. I used to be like that, where you just stomp through like Godzilla. And then at some point you just go, it's just golden handcuffs. And
something gets wrecked, and you're like,
I feel bad for Scorch, man. I don't even know the guy. I'm sorry.
He's a good dude.
Thanks, Sam.
We love Scorch,
Listen, man, we want to thank you for stopping by, too.
Thank you for having me in here.
You want to leave us with anything mind-blowing? Or
let me see.
I think you went through your...
I think I got through what I brought in here. I'm trying to think here if there's anything else we got.
I'd love to
I like to look around for, like, household items and be like, hey, what can we do with that?
I'll see him lay a can over his fingers.
I wonder if I can...
That'd be great.
Hold on.
I wish he wasn't married. You could have him in here.
Get me a soup can
have him work on a...
Yeah, I don't think we have a soup can.
Let me see if I can...
All right, he's doing something.
Give you the old nose grab.
Yeah. Oh, he's writing.
He's writing with the pen that's in his nose.
Up his...
It's got to be, I got to get one of those small felt tips, because you guys want this back? I'll just leave it. Get that out of here.
With you, a little souvenir.
Yeah, we got plenty of pens. You can have that one.
That's great.
You guys can get some more pens? You're going to be all right.
So what are we plugging today? Because we got to hit some spots ourselves. So
it's all about Jägermeister and Disturbed.
Jägermeister
and being down
Music
there. Jägermeister Music Tour. Yep, JägermeisterMusicTour.com and Jaeger.com. Because it's we've got the tour out, and we've got, obviously COC and Disturbed doing the show and the whole tour, but Jaeger.com as well. We've got a band program, almost 200 bands, I believe, currently. They go back and forth, and they really do a good job. They not only take care of the bands, bring me out as an MC. When I'm out on my own, they're sponsoring me and hooking me up as well. So they do get behind a lot of stuff that, you just got to look at me. Obviously, corporate sponsors are not beating down my door, but Jägermeister takes good care of me.
I love Jaeger.
JägermeisterTour.com, and it's Disturbed and Corrosive Conformity in New York City tonight.
That's right, and we've got
at the
Dope.
Nokia Theater.
Yeah, we got Dope opening
Dope's
up the show. Dope is opening up the show for us both nights here in New York.
Dope's all right, man. We did some stuff with them back in the day.
Yeah, they're great.
All right, very cool. And do you have a personal website?
I do, thelizardman.com.
Thelizardman.com.
Try and keep it simple for people.
Cool. Thanks, Lizardman.
Cool. Thanks for having me in, guys.
We have a secret. We'll tell you the secret next. Stay there.
Get infected.
You know the soup Nazi from Seinfeld?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has a soup place here in the city. Just opened up. And what's the headline? Soupy sales. Yes, Jimmy. Soupy, soup, -y, soupy sales. But that's not enough for the story. 40-minute wait as Nazi does a bisque business. Broth brown shirts couldn't be nicer. Look at that.
That's cute. Didn't they slaughter 6 million people a few years ago?
But now it's soup Nazi.
Now it's just cute.
It's very cute.
Now it's just a line waiting for soup.
No dignity for you. And then they take your clothes and fillings.
This whole thing, why, where is the outrage? It's just a bunch of people waiting online for the soup Nazi.
Soup Nazi. Has anyone ever, and one big line. Seinfeld got away with everything.
Well, that's not even bad that they call him the soup Nazi, just because Nazi's become this word meaning you're a ball buster, you're an irritant. But the paper here it says broth brown shirts.
Brown
shirts. Be nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, now that's really bringing it in beyond just the term that Nazi has taken, like Jimmy said. It could be a ball buster. This guy's a real fucking Nazi to work for.
Right.
But like brown shirts, that's bringing it in, to the traditional term Nazi.
How about people, quote, showered, unquote, with good soup?
Oh. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
You can't crystal knock this soup.
Anyway.
And they're trying to keep the Holocaust of it down. Why, is that any different than what they're doing?
No.
Oh, it's okay.
That's just it, Jimmy.
What is Ben laughing at? What are you laughing at? And we're back with the Opie Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. Patrice O'Neill in studio.
Good afternoon.
What do you think of Lizard Man?
What is it, 1 in the afternoon now?
It's 1 o'clock somewhere.
Oh my God, I know, right?
God damn.
It's funny, Lizard Man was so like a adjusted conversationalist. You figure you come in going,
yeah,
I'm a snake. But he's like, I cut my face. And
well, that's the point I was making, because there's other guys that do this, and the guy that is living his life like a cat, he's a creepy dude.
One of them guys.
He's doing this.
When he stretches in the morning, it's the Bruce Lee back stretch.
Yeah, he's taking it a little too seriously. Remember yesterday we did the news tease on the mall Santa?
Yeah.
We got that story, by the way.
Got the story?
You told the guys to get it. We have that.
Now, the tease was that the Santa in the store and the elves that helped the Santa in the department store,
right.
They sent in an undercover camera.
Right.
Because, as they said, money is more important than the kids to these people.
That's right.
And we'll expose what they're doing tomorrow. And I was like, what could they possibly be doing?
Well, we got it. We'll go over in a second.
We have the answer, finally.
Yes, but we have a secret. Calling all pests. Calling all pests. We need like a pest signal.
Like the bat signal?
Kind of like the bat signal. All of a sudden we're, bam.
Don't you have that bee in the jar sound? Ugh. I think it's horrible. It just sounds like a nasty pest.
A fan and some roach spray on top of the roof.
Let me see.
Yeah. Get away.
There you go. There you go. Anthony's on to something. When you hear this.
Get away.
We're calling all pests. Calling all pests.
Get away.
Alert the media.
I'm not a pest.
We have a secret. Alert the media. They do everything for us now. We don't even have to tell them half the time. They're defending us on message boards we don't even know about at this point.
Yep.
They just are all-knowing. They're everywhere.
They are.
They're working for the enemy, and the enemy doesn't even know it.
They are pests.
They're pretty much everywhere now.
Infiltrators.
Now, if I give out this secret, we're expecting a lot of pests. To get involved with this secret.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the secret is, who wants free lunch? Who wants free lunch?
Who wants free lunch?
Who wants free lunch?
Right.
Who wants free lunch? That's right, Anthony.
Gonna be hungry?
I'm gonna be very hungry Friday. I'm gonna be extremely hungry Friday.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you pests out there are hungry and need a free lunch on Friday?
Well, we hear tell.
A nice, warm, free lunch of goodness.
Could be waiting for you.
Who wants free lunch? Who wants to wear their Opie and Anthony T-shirts under their bulky coats, and then at the right time make sure everyone knows you're there for free lunch?
Right.
Because there's going to be a big announcement tomorrow, boys and girls, a big announcement. From that prick Howard Stern.
Who?
He's gonna treat a lot of listeners to free lunch on Friday.
Free lunch on Friday? Is that what he's doing?
Free lunch on Friday.
Where?
And I think our pests need to be there with their Opie and Anthony T-shirts.
Where?
At the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square.
Times Square, Hard Rock Cafe?
That's right.
Free lunch. Howie's footing the bill.
And he hasn't told anyone yet.
That's his big announcement?
That's one of his big announcements, that he's going to treat everyone a free lunch. Pretty much he's going to rip off Andy Kaufman and bring his listeners to lunch. But he doesn't rip off anyone, boys and girls. Everything he does is original.
Well, that's nice.
Original program.
That's nice. So if our listeners want to get something to eat, and they go down there and he's doing this, then they get free eats. Well, that's good.
Yes, very good idea, Ben's Raw Ass. Hold on a second. Ben's Raw Ass, one of the pests, checking in right off the bat here. What's up, Ben?
Hey, I just want to know, how great would it be to spread the word to the homeless, Tippy Tom, some of the other guys?
You know something? I think the homeless and downtrodden would love a free lunch.
A free, warm lunch.
Can we round up all the people that are going to be in the homeless shopping spree and send them down there?
Well, they got their own homeless network.
Yeah.
They just know when free food is being distributed.
Get the word out to the homeless.
Homeless get free meals.
everyone, please get the word out to the homeless. Do the homeless have a MySpace?
They should.
Put a bulletin out.
They should. But good old Howie's going to be making this announcement maybe later today or tomorrow that he's giving free lunch to his listeners at the Hard Rock Cafe Friday, anywhere from 10 a.m. to noon.
Is that an au revoir? Oh, half a Hulk face.
Half a Hulk face? Where's that?
That can't possibly really be half a Hulk space. Half a Hulk space. Half a Hulk face is MySpace.
Wow, that's really tough to say. Half a Hulk face is MySpace.
I'm friends with half a Hulk face.
Well, who started
He's got me on the top 8?
Who started the half a Hulk face MySpace account? Oh, all right. Well, half a Hulk face has a MySpace account.
How many friends does he have? 31 already?
Oh my God. All right, Ben Royas, good job there. Let's say hi to Carl in New Jersey. Carl?
Hey, I feel like that little kid in the Christmas Story, listening on the radio, getting on my secret decoder ring, and all I got was a free lunch or a drink your Ovaltine.
Drink Ovaltine. Yeah, this promotion should be what a Howie in NYC is saying over there on line 6, I believe.
All right, I didn't say it was a huge secret. It's a secret, though. And other radio guys just hate when you blow their secrets.
They really do.
Howie in New York City.
Hoo-hoo, I invented the soup kitchen.
Yeah, this should just turn into a soup kitchen. All the homeless just go there and...
Well, the pests are going nuts. Alert the media. FMQB would like to know. AllAccess.com would like to know. RROnline.com would like to know. InsideRadio.com would like to know. John Minnelli from the New York Post would like to know.
Yeah.
David Hinckley from the New York Daily News would not like to know because he's too busy writing about some obscure radio story that no one gives a shit about. But everyone else would definitely like the news that Howie's going to have a surprise announcement maybe later today or tomorrow that he's bringing his listeners to the Hard Rock Cafe for free lunch.
Not only that, the homeless should go down there. I would think that if they were doing something like this, they would want to promote the product and be giving out some free units.
That's right.
So perhaps some of the homeless can get their hands on some of those radios.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And we got Dugout Doug.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, one of the bigwigs in the O&A Army and a fine pest.
It's also not a huge secret that Howard might get fired on Thursday too.
Rumor has it he's not even going to be able to do his Friday show.
But if he does get fired, it is pretty much confirmed that he's going to be doing his stuff on Friday anyway. So we're going to be doing a WOW sticker stop from the K-Rock studios to the Sirius studios on Friday.
Doug, you might want to listen closely to this fine radio program because I think we're going to have more secrets tomorrow.
More secrets about that.
More secrets tomorrow.
But I definitely want to get out there to everybody just to make sure you behave and overstress what you guys were talking about yesterday about not getting in trouble and causing crap. Just pretend that you're a Yankee fan going to a Red Sox game and just behave.
That's right.
And keep yourselves in line. And if I can thank... Metro's Screen Printing, NewJerseyScreenPrinting.com.
Yeah.
These guys are doing all of our signs, T-shirts
Great.
at cost for us. These guys absolutely kick ass out there.
You gotta love it.
So we're going to be handing out free T-shirts.
Yeah, you guys have no idea what the Army's involved with right now. These pests are just impossible to deal with.
We've got just about over 200 people going. So,
are they committed, though? Because I read the message boards, and a lot of these guys come in and then never show up, and then the next day they have all these lame excuses on the message boards.
We'll just
my wife, she had a miscarriage. I couldn't make it.
That's a lame excuse.
That's a lame excuse, all
Kid's
right.
dead anyway.
That's
Come on,
right.
go out.
Yeah, what else are you going to do?
Sitting at home, stroking her hair ain't going to help.
It's put up or shut up time for a lot of the pests. On my MySpace account, all I get is a comment every 2 minutes. Reporting for duty, General, blah, 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 blah. Well,
right.
Show up Friday. You guys need to get there on Friday and show your support for the show.
Well,
and do it in a good way.
We have more secrets on the way, Doug, but this one is definite. There's going to be free lunch at the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square. For all the Opie and Anthony fans, make sure you wear your Opie and Anthony T-shirts under your coats and grab a bite. Maybe even change into your shirts after you get into the joint in the bathroom.
Yeah, have them underneath something.
That's right.
Yeah, that way you get in without any problems.
And if you don't have a shirt, we'll have Million Pest March T-shirts. Did you guys see the designs?
Beautiful.
Yes, they're
very
great.
Lovely.
They're absolutely great.
It's very pretty. Big-ass member hooked us up with those.
All right.
And, yeah, hopefully we'll see a lot of guys out there on Friday.
All right. Thank you, Doug.
God bless.
All right. There he goes. Doug, one of the leaders of the Army and a great pest for this program. They went all out. They got T-shirts and signs, and they're all going to the Hard Rock Cafe for their free lunch this Friday. Free lunch this Friday at the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square for all
How
Opie
about
Anthony
that,
fans.
huh? Free lunch for everybody, anybody.
That's right. I gotta whisper something to Eric. So.
Oh, let's see. It wasn't even a whisper. It was a point at the screen. Here we are again, Patrice, rudderless, just powering through, hoping that the guy that puts his hand on the tiller comes back soon. Because there he is. Look, we're coming back on course, sir.
Ah, yes. All right, we got Brokeback Mountain audio. Oh, we got to get the Mall Santa story.
Were you commenting on 4?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that
Yes,
myself.
of course I was, Anthony. Of course.
And you sent Eric to verify?
All right, something is wrong with the world. I got an empty
Network.
CD case.
Oh, no. That means there's a CD around that Opie doesn't know where it is because none of these guys would have left an empty CD case, which means it's missing, which means Opie can now concentrate on nothing until we find that CD.
This is it. All right.
Is that it?
Yeah. All right.
Are
good.
you sure, Than?
Yes.
Because if you're not...
All right, I'm going to trust you on that one because we don't have time to fuck around today. We got too much radio to do. All right, the Mall Santa story. We got that.
Yeah.
That announcement, by the way, that was just announced by your pals Opie and Anthony, is pissing off many, many people today.
Please.
Already?
Oh, guaranteed.
Already.
It was supposed to be a big secret.
It's going to be a big secret because they don't like... They like these things being like last-minute surprise kind of thing.
Right.
And
if this was the government, you guys could be killed.
Yeah.
And,
True.
let's remember, Howard invented everything. He doesn't rip anyone off, but he's pretty much going to do an Andy Kaufman.
Hey, everyone, follow me to the Hard Rock, and we'll give you something to eat.
And maybe he'll be using a bus. A double-decker bus, maybe.
I'm hearing things.
Maybe the double-decker bus will be filled with fans.
Uh-huh.
Fans of this show, sure. And maybe some fans of his show.
I think.
All right. Mall Santa story, Anthony? Hopefully people are still listening. We kind of teased this. You saw this on TV yesterday.
Saw the tease, and I couldn't figure out the payoff. Usually when you hear the tease, we're at the point now where, we could figure out the payoff. This tease was about Santas in department stores.
Right.
You know those guys. You bring the kids, you sit on a lap. What do you want for Christmas? Snap a picture, and then you're out of there.
That's right.
Well, this one was money more important than the kids. Ooh, what could this be? And yesterday I speculated that perhaps it was some kind of bribery to get parents' kids to the front of the line faster. But Patrice got a good point. No parent would stand for that without ratting them out to management and get them fired right away.
Yeah.
I guess the store was involved in this one. And now we finally have an answer. What was the controversy?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
At this time of year, Jolly St. Nick is just about everywhere. Merry Christmas. So it's hard to imagine when you look at this angelic little face that some of Santa's helpers
Jimmy was
refused to let this little girl sit on his knee so her mom could snap a quick photo. And wait until you hear why.
I was feeling anger. I wanted to cry.
Melissa Bassett is Olivia's mom. She says she went to the Rockaway Town Square Mall in New Jersey to get a picture of her daughter's first visit with Santa.
I had asked the woman there if I can get my daughter's picture taken with Santa Claus with my own little disposable camera because I couldn't afford the $28 package. And she had told me absolutely not. Either the baby eats or I get a picture of her. So I figured the baby should eat over a picture of her with Santa Claus.
And you're surprised why?
And the problem is what?
Right.
What happened?
See, apparently here's their deal at this store. You go in. Your kid sits on Santa's lap. They snap a picture. And you can buy photos for $28. You know, a set probably, the little wallet size.
Oh, they wouldn't let her take the picture.
No, because they're running a business which is pictures with Santa. This isn't just a Santa Claus at a store where your kid comes up and what do you want and sends them away. This seems to me like a gig for the store.
You got to pay.
You got to pay.
Santa is a moneymaker for the mall.
That would be like a woman going in with her kid to a Sears photo department. You know those cheesy Sears photos and stuff, and you sit down, sit the kid on the horse, and the mother going, could you set him up on the horsey with the background, but I'll just snap a picture with my camera.
Right.
No, this is our business. We're going to snap our fucking picture and you buy it.
Yeah, Santa's a hoe. You don't get that for free.
Happy holidays.
You don't get Santa's ass for free. You got to pay.
Jesus. Merry Christmas. Pay.
When are we going to realize that this Christmas thing is just a crock of shit?
It's so easy to get by that, though. That's what it's like, this outrage that people have. You go, oh, really, Mr. Punk-ass Santa? All right, sweetie, do me a favor. I'm going to hold my kid here, and I'm going to stand so Santa's in the background, and I'm going to get somebody to take my picture with fuck his lap.
It's the first one. They want their kid on Santa's lap. Here's what you do. You don't ask. You sit your kid on the lap. You have your camera, right? They're taking a picture. You snap one off, and then you go, no, I don't want any of the pictures. You're not obligated to buy the pictures after they take them.
Right.
It's like any other photography place.
Right.
That's
so
the
they
move.
snap,
Don't ask.
and you don't ask. You snap your picture. You go, take it easy. What are they going to do? Take your camera? You make a big fuss. You fall on the floor. You have a fit.
Go to the fucking Brooklyn Mall and ask that goddamn question if Santa's sitting there and some black woman's talking about, he wouldn't let me. I asked him to let him take a picture. He said, no. It's just like, sit down.
Yeah.
Say cheese, ma'am. You're not, motherfucker.
Go to that fucking King's fucking mall.
Hey, in the hood, is Santa black?
I don't think we've gone that far.
Santa's got to be a white guy.
Santa's a white guy, and believe it or not, Jesus is still white too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
As much as we want to, hair of wool and the thing. Jesus, people.
That's going to change in a few years.
Hair of wool.
Hair of wool and feet of bronze.
Stop with the hair of wool and feet of bronze. He was a fucking towel head.
He was an Arab. He was an Arab.
But the blacks and the whites want to claim him. White people want to say he was fucking the guy you see in church. And then black people are like, read the Bible. Hair of wool, feet of bronze. The guy was what you...
He was an Arab. He looked like Saddam Hussein. I can't argue with that. That dude, he was an Arab. I mean, let's face it. He's closer looking African than he is this rocker that white people want to make him.
It's like saying an Asian guy. Yeah, he's like a heavy metal guy.
This heavy metal.
This Chris Robinson looking dude that we got up there in church.
But Santa's definitely not black in the hood. No.
Santa's a fat old biker.
We got more audio, by the way. This
beard.
This mom should just get the uncle to dress up like Santa and get the picture done that way.
Yeah, take some initiative there, Mom.
Here we go. More on the Santa Mall story.
So was this an isolated incident, or are there other needy families that are being turned away? Well, we went undercover to find out.
Thank God.
Our Fox 5 producer had some little helpers for this one, including a little boy named Max and a little girl named Liana. First stop, Rockaway Town Square Mall, the same place that turned away little Olivia.
So in order to see Santa, you have to get the pictures?
No, she can go and say, visits are always welcome. She can go and say hello, but to do a personal picture, you have to buy on.
How much are the pictures?
Anywhere from $21.99 to $24.99 plus tax.
So if you don't have the dough, once again, it was ho-ho, no photo.
Ho-ho, no photo. Oh, you.
This is why I hate the news, by the way.
Shit.
This poor girl that's working the Santa booth, she's just...
It's like, look, lady, I'm not fucking...
You hear the fake mom? Well, how much for the pictures, man?
How much for the picture? Look, I didn't make the price up.
Man.
You know what I'm making here?
Yeah.
I make fucking $5.50 an hour.
This is a second job so I could get presents for my kids.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Could you take your Fox to hidden cameras?
Crap,
and maybe find something
the fake hat and glasses and go somewhere else with your stupid undercover camera.
The huge glasses with the big camera in the middle, the big Cyclops camera.
But there's some people who... Like that, it's like you should train your workers to be apologetic anytime they say dumb shit like $25.99. Like, how much of these? They should always have a professional way of going, Oh, it's $25. I know.
Right.
They're hunks of shit. It's Christmas. I don't have anything to do. But she's like $25.99, $26 for. It's just she's so happy to be an asshole. It's like teach them how to be apologetic a little bit.
But it is business.
It's business. Unfortunately, you're in a mall. I mean, they're not going to give you shit for free in a mall.
You know how many Santas there are around that you could just go and take your kid and pop on the lap and snap a picture?
Right.
This is a couple of stores that are using it as a business. Maybe it's very nice. Maybe they have a very nice background, and who knows?
I'm sure there's free Santas all over your towns and stuff. Maybe the local fire department, or I'm sure they're doing it for free somewhere. Maybe passing a hat around for charity. But in a mall, this is what you got to expect.
Sorry.
If I was treating people like shit, like if I owned a company and I was treating people like the customers like shit by making them buy something for a ridiculous amount of money on a special holiday, I would let my employees say that I'm an asshole.
Pass the buck, yeah. This fucking company, let me tell you, they're assholes.
Guy, can you? I would train them to be able to just. Yeah. Here's a picture of the owner.
Just lay it on us.
He's a. I hate him. But it's nothing I can do. I can get fired.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it either, but it's the only thing. They want a picture with Santa. They can join it. It's like you can't, like, rent-a-cars. How much money? $95 a day?
Right.
Mr. Hertz is a dick.
All right, listen, we got more audio here.
It's Christmas time. I mean, is there any contingency plan for families who can't afford it?
Our company. Right. I'm only a set manager here. I follow the rules of my company.
Should Santa be free?
I have an answer for this, okay? Santa takes a lot of pictures out in the mall for the families outside the set. And that's it. So there are many families who ask me, and I say yes, and I step outside and I take a photo. So that takes care of the... Yes, so that entire premise here was erroneous. I take a photo with the families.
Speaking of this morning, and we told her that Santa would be glad to step outside and have her picture taken.
Only Santa's helpers never offered to do that on our undercover video. And Melissa says she was flat out turned away.
They had, they never offered any other package. They didn't say that Santa would go to any other part of the mall.
What is Melissa doing in a mall if she can't feed her kid?
Yeah, it's $28 to feed your kid.
Right.
Get out of the mall.
Get out of the mall.
Perhaps you shouldn't be in there.
I hate these undercover.
I really do. I hate everyone involved in this story.
Yeah,
I hate the store. I hate the Santa. Yeah. I hate the pictures that cost $28. And I hate the mom. I hate little Olivia. I hate the two fake fucking kids from the story. They all stink.
No one's redeeming in this.
No one.
No, I'm trying to
this is a tragic
Wait a minute,
story.
No, wait a minute. Santa was cool. Santa was like, man, I go outside and I take pictures of family. Santa was cool. Santa was a cool guy.
That shit's erroneous, motherfucker.
And after he said erroneous, come on now,
Santa's getting a kickback, too, man. That guy's just trying to make a few extra bucks.
Hey, that guy's got to get paid.
He's lucky enough to look like Santa. The rest of the year, he looks like shit. This is his time to shine. Let him make a few bucks.
Erroneous? This story was erroneous.
Erroneous. We got a statement from Santa management.
Our request is that anyone who would like to take a photo themselves, that they purchase one of our packages, and that's the way we stay in business.
Oh, that was a high and hearty fuck you, is what that was.
All right, now I hate Santa and the mall.
I hate the mall.
I'll tell you why.
Santa. I hate that fucking
they
manager.
Figured out how to make this into a business, and I guarantee back in the day, if we go through our little family photo albums and you see us as tiny little tots on Santa's lap, I bet you our parents did not pay for that picture.
Not a dime, Opie. Not a dime.
But someone along the way said, "Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I got something here." And now it's big business.
Imagine the guy, in charge of the whole thing is standing back. He's watching kid after kid get up on Santa's lap, and the parents snapping pictures. And then it just hits him, and he starts saying, cha-ching. Another kid, cha-ching. We can make some money here.
Santa got a MySpace.
We'll call where he's sitting the set.
The set.
We'll call it the set.
Right.
And then if they want pictures on set, now it's going to cost some money.
Right.
Makes it sound more professional.
Wait, someone's got...
I hate the store.
I hate Santa
everything.
Now.
Santa stinks.
Santa's ripping people off.
The mother that brought the kid is a cheap fuck.
That's right.
$28 to feed. What are you feeding that kid?
Let's go to Jerry in
Gold Leaf.
Jerry.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
What's happening? Like I was going to say, you go to the mall, go to a restaurant, say, hey, listen, I don't have to money for the dinner, but if I can just go in the kitchen and make myself a sandwich, if you don't mind, let me in. I can make a sandwich. That's all.
There you go. It's business.
But you would have to bring your own sandwich things, but you would be using their utensils and everything.
Yeah, it's business.
So you got to keep the analogy correct.
That was a bad analogy, man.
No, I think he's got a point. Let's say you bring your own ham, you got some Swiss, and you got a hero. But you need a knife and some mustard or something, and you go into their kitchen and you need a plate and a place to sit and eat it.
That's a whole different service.
Now I hate the fucking restaurant. I hate the person that doesn't let me eat there.
He's a symbol. You know, that's like
I know.
A symbol.
He's a black man trying to get a white woman.
No, that's Tookie wins, but they wouldn't even let him climb the Empire State Building. Tookie gone.
For Tookie.
What up, yo?
That's why. You know something? I'm tipping my club soda.
I'll pour one out for Tookie. You better not play.
Well, for Tookie.
Stop playing around.
I just poured some out.
Fucking Poe can't handle 18 Crips up in this motherfucker.
We're not playing. Arnold Schwarzenegger should watch his ass now.
Yeah.
One of the Bloods.
All right, here we go. We have one more piece of audio from this story.
Thank God.
Let's see who we hate at the end of this clip.
After her mom complained to the Rockaway Town Square management, they did the right thing.
We had her picture taken. Compliments of the mall. Rockaway Town.
Just hers. Now I hate them all even more now. Now, here's my order of hatred. I have an order of hatred. Mall, number one, hated.
Yeah.
Mom, hated. Little Olivia, hated. Santa, hated. Santa's helpers, hated.
Nah, I think the mom is the most hated.
Mom most hated?
Oh, this do-gooder.
The mall giving in made me hate them more.
They had to.
They should. No, they didn't.
It was going to be bad for business.
Fuck it.
It was going to be bad for business.
Guns.
They would be exploited for being a business. They don't want people to know that. They want people to think they're doing a good thing here.
Who saw the piece visually? Danny? Was the kid cute?
Nah.
Or was it some ugly-ass fucking kid? Because if it was an ugly kid, then it's even worse.
Hold on. I guarantee the mom was just a mess. What did the mom look like?
Well, the kid was cute.
The kid was cute?
There you go.
Was little Olivia cute?
Yeah, she was a darling little girl, but the mother was just
fat, like
fucking mess.
Beaner-looking kids.
Yeah, actually, you're right. You're absolutely right. She was just huge, overgrown, just gigantic mess. But the kid was, a little cute girl.
I'm sure her marriage is just wonderful. All right, well, here's the rest of that clip.
After her mom complained to the Rockaway Town Square management, they did the right thing.
We had her picture taken. Compliments of the mall. Rockaway Town Square Mall. Management paid for it.
But she says it's a picture she'll be forced to look at with bittersweet memories of her daughter's first Christmas.
It's going to remind me of, it comes down to the money. It doesn't come down to the holiday. It doesn't come down to the happiness. It comes down to the almighty dollar now.
But then why'd you get the picture taken?
Then why?
It's going to be a bittersweet memory.
A constant reminder.
Mom, hate the most now.
Yeah. Yes, Mom now is most hated.
Mom.
Then the store. Then little Olivia. Then Santa. Then Santa's helpers.
The crying baby?
Crying fucking baby. Okay. No, Mom and then Olivia. And then the store. Because that kid crying pissed
I hate
me
them
off.
all
Wait,
the
the kid's a baby? The kid's not even remember this shit?
In the back?
Oh yeah, no.
I thought that might be another kid.
This was like the baby's first Christmas or whatever, and that hence
How
the whole.
old was the baby?
I couldn't have been more than a year old, I suppose.
Crying. Hear it.
Just
fiery crash on the way home.
The kid was just baked?
Justice.
I guess, yeah.
A just baked kid?
Yeah.
Oh,
I hate the phony ass, pussy ass mall. The pussy ass. See, this is who y'all should be mad at the most. This is the thing that makes people get fired when they do dumb shit. Is that there's a nervousness floating around this world, right? With them all just pressure from this goofy bitch in the news.
Just tell
if they had stood up and said, look, this is how it is. I'm gonna make the bitch pay $29.95. And that's it. So you can be it because the publicity of the news down here is gonna make other people come down here and take the picture.
Here we go. I got a secret.
All right.
Free pictures down at that mall with Santa. If you're a mom, go down there and just bitch about it.
And just complain.
And then she set a precedent. Now you go down there and say, well, that woman did it.
Yep.
I want my free picture too.
Dumbass mall. I hate that.
All right, we got some hate on the instant feedback. Bob from Kentucky. What bitch gets her picture for free and still fucking goes to the media? Good point.
Yeah. Complaining. She's probably gearing up for a lawsuit.
Nah, she went after. She complained that the media got her the free pictures.
And someone is suggesting that this bitch is going to sue for having her Christmas ruined.
Yeah, she got her free pictures after the media stepped in because they just told her to go fuck herself.
Get out of here, bitch.
And that's when the store was on my like list.
When they told her to be,
they gave in.
Right, when they give in with that bullshit.
Yeah.
We are going to give her a free
compliments of, and she's getting a gift certificate, and we're going to give lunch to her and little Olivia.
Anthony, by the way, you got to pour one out for Richard Pryor, too. A lot of people on instant feedback.
Oh, right, shit, man. That's right. And McCarthy.
Eric goes, and yeah.
And I love the little piece that Entertainment Tonight did last night.
What'd they do?
Oh, they were talking to Richard Pryor's wife.
Oh, the wife. I saw the daughter.
The wife was on Entertainment Tonight literally an hour or two after he passed.
They didn't really care.
Big fucking interview from the room he died in, basically. Or the room he spent the last couple of years of his life.
It's not like he died falling off a mountain as he was climbing it. You know what I mean? It's not like he was driving a Grand Prix car and hit the wall. You know? The guy, how long have they been looking at Richard Pryor going, tick-tock?
Yeah.
This is coming.
It was a tough one.
Not a big surprise. What about McCarthy, though?
What happened?
Is he dead?
Yeah, he died the same day Richard Pryor. He couldn't follow Rich.
Wait, who?
Senator McCarthy.
Oh, okay.
You're a white guy. You should know that.
I don't know. I thought he was dead already.
Only reason I know is because it interrupted Richard Pryor news for a second.
Yeah. Well, let's go to these phones. Dante from Jersey. Dante.
Not even supposed to be here today.
Hey, listen, this whole Santa Mall thing is just a goddamn scam. I mean, they get you for like $28 for the picture, then they get you for like another $15 for the frame, and then of course you got to get the digital pictures on this little 3.5 floppy. By the time you're done, it's like $60, $70.
It's just business, unfortunately.
Fucking faggot, Dante.
Christmas is just big business. It has nothing to do with religion anymore.
And he's from Jersey.
The lady's a twat too. I mean, Jesus Christ, you can't afford. Don't fucking bring your kid to the mall.
That's why it amazes me that they want to call it the holiday tree and happy holidays.
Yeah.
Christmas means big business. That's all it means at this point. It has nothing to do with religion.
It's all about shopping. And, Opie, we usually have this conversation. What are you doing about shopping? We're in the same boat here. We don't like going shopping, Christmas shopping.
We're lucky that we have weird hours, so I've been hitting the stores after the show a little bit.
Oh, you've actually been doing shopping?
Yeah, I got to shop this year. Got to do a little shopping.
For who? Everyone?
For the girl and...
well, that goes without saying.
For my mom and...
all right.
Maybe some nephews and nieces. That's about it.
What about brothers? What do you do?
Fuck that.
What do you do with the brothers?
Just
nothing?
No. Merry Christmas.
I have turned into gift certificate guy.
Yeah.
But not even gift certificate. Like, I hand out, like, those American Express cards.
Yeah.
That have money on them. Here you go. There you go.
That's cool, though.
Shuffle them out.
I love the gift certificate as a gift.
Because everyone
then you go and buy what you want. I'm so sick of opening things. I'm like, this stinks.
Now you get what you want.
The pressure of making believe you wanted the gift that you just opened up. Right. And people go, you're not thankful. Yeah, I'm not. It's just an awkward situation. You feel stressed, like, oh, God, this person that I've been hanging with has no clue what I like.
Yeah.
That's great.
My mom doesn't know that I don't want dumb sweaters anymore, you know? So then what do? Before you make any real money in life, then you got to drag the stuff back to the mall, wait in line to just get something you like.
I just wore it.
I hate Christmas.
Like any clothes that people have gotten me over the years for Christmas, I just wore. I didn't care.
You just wore it?
I just wore it. I didn't care. But now, that I'm some kind of a fashion statement, I don't wear them anymore.
Yeah.
They get it for me. Yeah, it's like maybe lounging around the house stuff.
I want what I want. That just don't get me shit. My birthday just passed. My girl's trying to you know, she got me a fucking teddy bear that sings happy birthday. You know, thanks, Pudding Pop. That shit out of here if I shove it up your ass. But she's trying her best because she doesn't have get me something nice money. While the bitch is wearing diamonds, I got her during the off season, not even during her birthday, during the fucking. So she's like, get me this, and you know I got fish, and so she went out and bought took a chance on buying a fish.
Yeah.
And I got.
We're just gonna fuck up your tank now.
Well, exactly, because because I got cichlids. You know, cichlids are like they like to step down from like piranhas or whatever. You want dangerous fish, but they're also good-looking fish or whatever.
Yeah.
So you cannot put the same kind in there. So I got one in there. She bought it. She's like, you got to open it now. It was the day before my birthday. I go, what? What is it? Yeah. I pull it. It's a bag. It's a fish. And it's the most can't put the motherfucker in my tank fish.
Please tell me you put it in.
I did.
Right in front of her eyes.
Absolutely. I go, sweetie, booby, boo-boo. And the bear sings, happy birthday, happy birthday. And I'm looking at the fucking fish, and I'm looking at happy birthday. And I have to go Pudding Pop. Mwah. She had that disappointing look. And I'm like, and she, you know, it cost probably $69.95. And she scraped and whatever. And I'm like, get this shit out of my face, but in a coochie cooey boo boo boo. Baby, you can't put this big ass fish in my tank. There's a ecosystem happening in this motherfucker. You'll fuck up the ecosystem.
Your fish is gonna give all my fish pink eye.
Take your shitty fish and take it back to this.
Dropping some tigers into the antelope pen.
She got the most. Yeah. If I had to choose, if you asked me, what wouldn't you do right now? I wouldn't put one of these in with one. She bought me one of these and a fucking bear that sings happy birthday. I wanted to knock this bitch in the head.
And how does it sing happy birthday?
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
They're doing the little dance. The fish must have been a white fish.
God, and I got African cichlids. She bought a New Guinea hunky fish.
You can't put a white fish in my tank.
The New Zealand crackerfish. I'm like, sweetie, you just can't put it in here.
She bought something called the Virginia Plantation Owner. We're going to put this in here.
What's all you wet niggas doing in here? This reminds me of New Orleans in this tank.
Wow.
What, motherfucker?
Why, I could have you shot for that, sir.
And it's like you know your girl, she just doesn't have enough money to buy me anything I give a shit about. Sweetie, what do you want? I want rims, new rims for my truck. Yeah. You can't get them. So just give me a kiss and say happy birthday. I don't really, you know what I mean?
That's really,
I usually
really
get,
funny.
as far as what I'm interested in, and toys and stuff like that, the second it hits my head, I buy it. I've kind of, and I don't want to sound like, well, I just buy whatever I want. I worked like a motherfucker my whole life. Believe me, I know what it's like to actually look in a magazine at a picture and of something, a car or a toy or a computer, and go, motherfucking, just imagine what it would be like to have that. I went through years of that shit, and through luck and work and the way things have worked out, I've reached a point in my life, and I'm no kid, where I've reached a point where I can indulge in some of these pleasures in life.
I do the same thing now.
So when people ask me, what do I want for Christmas?
Nothing.
If it pops in my fucking head, I will buy it.
Immediately.
I cannot get online quickly enough.
She bought me the Warriors.
Buy what I want.
The Warriors Xbox game?
Right.
The Warriors, right?
Yeah. Great.
Immediately when it came out, I bought it.
You bought it.
So she goes, surprise! I go, bitch, there's nothing you can do for me.
I'm already on level 17.
Stop trying to be. That's why I love my mother. She's the same awful human being I am. My mother went to Atlantic City for Thanksgiving. There's no more mommy stuff. There's no. All we do now is that we at that uncomfortable I love you stage. We never said love you. Now it's like,
That's nice.
At the end of the phone call, it's like, we flip a coin.
I love you or love you?
No, here it is. This is it. All right, Mom's got to go. And then a silence of a silent coin flipper. Who says love you first?
Oh.
All right. Love you. Love you too. Wow. So that's me and my mom. But we love each other. It's implied love.
Right,
it's And my mother would take money. My mother would take $1,000 to go gamble. She's not one of these, If I was a drug dealer, my mother would accept the money. She'd, I don't want your evil drug money. She'd be like, thank you, baby. Put it right in her bra and spend that fucking money.
Not like Scarface's mother when he went home.
You dumb fucking, your son's a rich drug dealer. You'll get killed anyway.
Yeah.
Take the
Doesn't
money.
matter. Take the fucking money, you
don't want your money around here. It's terrible. My mother would take drug money, and that's why I like her. And that women don't understand. We're not sensitive. Don't get us shit that, I told my ex-girl, don't ever get me a card ever again.
No, right? You don't like the cards?
And the thing is, women, they go 0 to 60. If you go, sweetie, you talk too much, they won't talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she took offense to that, so she got me nothing after I go, hey, don't. Well, baby, I'm telling you, these cards mean nothing to me. Yeah. They make me sick.
Oh, my God. You don't like the card, though?
Don't get me a fucking card.
I kind of like the card.
Nothing.
I like from certain people. Like I think boyfriend-girlfriend cards are great. I like them. I don't like the idea of, just the plagiarism part of it where, Hallmark wrote this and, here it is.
It said what I feel.
But you're right. The little cutesy thing at the end of it.
What about the little kids on the front and they're in love and they're like 4, walking down a path or something.
The kid's wearing a dad's hat and shoes and he's holding a rose.
And then you're like, look, that one looks just like you and that one looks just like me.
There we go.
That's great.
That's how women love. That's their love, holding hands and coochie cooing and cards. That stuff
you don't go to that
for them.
Fucking ebony section of the cards.
The ebony Hallmark section?
I have been buying my mother those cards for years. For Christmas and stuff.
I didn't even know they had an ebony Hallmark.
And it's like, to my mama. And it's some black guy on the front and stuff. And I'll buy one of those for my mother. And it just cracks up the family. They're all a bunch of racist Italians, so they laugh their asses off at my grandmother's house. Look, you got one of the colored cards.
And what do they put in the space where the Father's Day cards are supposed to be?
Oh, Jesus.
Cocksucker.
Well, that's kind of good. Gotta give me one today.
But I'll tell you something.
Fucking empty rack. There's nothing there.
Need a Father's Day card.
Now, you know what?
God damn, I gotta go get a white one.
Oh, you know what I'm really loving? This is something
that's terrible, man.
This is something my girlfriend got, and it's a great thing, and I love it. A paper shredder. Do you know I have a shredder next to my desk?
You are very motherfucker.
I can't get enough of using this shredder. Thing? I look for things to shred.
Isn't that a great paper?
Don't you love shredding paper? When that's and you look at it, it comes out like confetti, and you're like, there ain't no motherfucker putting that together.
I shred my name, anything with my name and address on it.
Dude, I'm shredding like flyers that come in. Hey, Great Neck, join us for a community I'm shredding everything. And now I've learned the pleasure of shredding Christmas cards because I'll get cards from people. I don't give a shit. I say my mommy. I'll put that up, by the TV or something. And my girlfriend, her cards I save. Anyone else? It's like, to a great nephew, Merry Happy Holiday. Here's one from, Bank of America, a valued customer. There it is.
It is a great day shredding,
and you can't even tell what it is. And I don't know what it is, but it's fun to use.
You must shred. You have to shred.
Get yourself a shredder. You won't regret it.
I'm too busy having garage sales. That's my latest thing.
And don't you feel better when you...
I absolutely love it. I'm just throwing shit on the sidewalk outside my apartment here in New York City and watching how long it takes before someone grabs my shit.
Oh, you don't sell it. You just put it out there.
Fuck no, man. I started with old clothes.
It's fantastic.
And like old CDs and stuff. And now I'm so obsessed with this new thing that I'm starting to throw things out there that I still want.
But just to see.
We peek through the blinds and see how long it takes to I've thrown my old underwear out there, just the dumbest shit to see if people will take it. And so far, I have not found one thing that they won't take.
It's genius. It's genius to do that. I threw a bed
I had a blanket that The shit on this.
Sing happy birthday.
I had a blanket with all sorts of stains that I don't even want to describe. Are just ridiculous, man. Looked like a goddamn painting. And I threw that out there all spread out nice. That thing lasted 30 seconds.
Homeless, man. That's
and it was a white type of comforter with a flower pattern on it.
Take it, man.
And the shit on this thing, I'm like, I don't even know what it is.
You probably have your garbage. Like I have really nice garbage. Some, when you get that lonely, I have to buy something kind of thing going on. I've thrown out nice comforters, man. Even if it got some stains on it or something, it's just a nice, people know nice, and they go, somebody threw this away? I'm going to wash this shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you, bitch brought me flowers, too. I forgot to tell you that.
Flowers?
Flowers, yeah.
Yeah, we don't do flowers.
Yeah, she brought me flowers, and I used to work at a flower stand when I was younger, so I know about flowers, and open roses, bad.
Right.
So when she brought them for me, they were all open. That means 8 seconds they're gonna die. But I still gotta go.
Up, yeah.
I can't go booby, dumb bitch. You brought me dead flowers. So it's like
you got those flowers on the side of the road somewhere.
Booby. It's like anytime any guys out there buying your girl flowers, buy it, squeeze the bulb, and if it's hard, and close. Good roses.
Then
Don't
they're
buy
last
open
a while.
roses.
They're gonna open up nice. They'll last.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah. Let's say hi to BCH. BCH, what does your name stand for?
It's Bert Convy here from Whiteback.
What's up? Hey, man.
Oh, Bert Convy here. Very good.
What do you think is going to cost more, the fucking tattoos on Lizard Man or the fucking therapy to make Patrice normal again? We need an insurance man to evaluate that.
I don't know. He's just like...
listen to me.
His relationship... It's beyond me. Like, we spoke about it at the Halloween party for a while.
But he's
me and Patrice standing there, and I'm like, I don't understand how you're in this relationship. Like, I don't understand the whole relationship.
He's moving back to reality, though, because that time you came in with the glass dildos, remember what I said to you? I'm like, are you going crazy in front of our eyes? And you're not that same person. You're now getting back into kind of living in reality.
No, I didn't carry the fucking suitcase around like Get Smart. It's just I brought it here, but it's still at the house.
But what I saw
tackling women and shoving something up their ass.
What I saw in that suitcase was deeply disturbing, though.
It's still there, but it's more.
I could see having a glass dildo around the house. Sure, you had dozens of them,
and I still have dozens. I have if the cops came in during a fuck session that I was having. Somebody will get arrested. Even if my girl is going, no, I want this. It's like,
we don't
no,
care.
Man, no, he has to be raping me.
You obviously don't understand what's going on here.
It's release. I'm getting older. I take medicine, and it's things like, I only got enough energy to let one out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't pump all day. She's older, meaning she's in her 30s, and her sex drive she's enormously horny all the time, and I can't satisfy her just fucking all the time. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So you need the goddamn toys to do your thing. But we have a normal relationship because she's a hoe. She's a reformed hoe, and she's always had abusive boyfriends that said, bitch, don't be a hoe. I cultivate her wholeness. I let her be a hoe. She pulled the titties out at the thing. That made her feel so liberated.
Yeah.
So I don't beat her down, and she gets to be free and be a hoe. Now she's learning how to care, and she's not too sure how to do it. Buying me goofy shit. I buy her nice diamonds and nice. My love is selfish. It's just like I want to keep this. She's starting to put on a little weight. Sometimes, face breaks out, and I don't want to say, look, sweetie, I am not. Holy shit. I tell her, you are eye candy, and I am not, in love with you on the level of letting you get fat. You understand? Don't get fat. Don't get bad skin. It's important. I'm not what do you call it? I'm not that grounded. I'm not that mature.
So you're pretty much telling her, if you get fat,
why would I be with you fat when I'll be with a better fat bitch? Like you're
not gonna make a good fat bitch. So
yeah, it's like you. Right now. You're a sexy hoe. Why would you try to become a fat bitch when you have always been a sexy hoe? You're not comfortable being a fat bitch. I gotta go with a fat bitch. If I'm gonna be with a fat bitch,
right?
I'll go there because there's better fat bitches who will live to be fat bitches.
Let me tell you something.
Understand how to be one.
Brilliant.
Wow.
I say brilliant. I'm not even kidding. Brilliant. There's women out there that know how to be the fat bitch, and you're saying this one is the hoe and not the fat bitch.
But now you say you notice her put on weight. Do you say something to her?
I don't jump. She knows I'll be the. She knows I like a big woman. She's trying to stay. She's a sexy hoe. She's not anything other than that. If she starts to grow, it's not good. She has to look good. But she know what it is. She's a hoe who's experiencing love now. She's in love. So love makes her feel a little like she can let her guard down. She thinks she can eat.
Yeah.
She thinks she doesn't.
She thinks she can eat.
She thinks she doesn't. I love her for who she is. It's like I do, but bitch, you know who you are is a fine bitch. You know too.
Not a fat bitch.
Yeah, I'll go get a better fat bitch. There's fat bitches out there that just carry fat bitch well.
Yeah.
They know how to be a fat bitch. She does not. And so she knows. She fucking knows.
Words of wisdom, Patrice.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I like it. We should stop right there so we can take our leaks.
I'm amazed by you.
Hey, we got to talk about Bad Santa. Front page of the New York Post. This guy is a classic. This guy rocks.
A little bit of trouble.
A little bit of trouble, and the city's up in arms over this guy and his Santa display.
When aren't they?
All right, we'll continue. Oh, I'm going to play something from here, Dirk. We'll play this and we'll continue. No, I didn't have it loaded. Great.
Oh.
That's smart.
You hit the button and the CD and case is still in your hand.
Yeah. Come on.
Here we go.
Two guys getting kicked hard right in the crotch with no protection.
Oh, that got him. Oh, that got him. If he wasn't chained up, he would have fallen down. This is not right. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it.
God. All right, let's see if we can't get a good kick in from Grandma. Grandma is lining up.
He's down. He's down. He's down. You don't taunt Grandma like that. Come on. She got the bullseye.
Grandma still got a chance, right?
Let's hear it for Grandma.
Grandma, put him down. Opie really doesn't care about our lives. And I hate you all. Oh. And I hate you all. Oh. And I hate you all. Oh. And I hate you all.
Oh. Ah, you gotta help me.
Look, Jerky, I don't need to talk to you.
All right, kids, hold on your hats. 1, 2, 3.
Show blows monkey ass. Show blows. Show blows monkey ass. Monkey ass. Who's the man? Who's the man? Dylan. Who's the man? Detective Johnson. Who's the man?
It's our show, you tool.
I knew this was a scam. Unbelievable. I can't go on.
Opie and Anthony.
Come on, it's not funny anymore.
Make it stop.
Make it stop.
All right, this is the Opie and Anthony program. We have Disturbed on the way. They're stopping by to say hi. They're playing the Nokia Theater tonight in New York City. Patrice O'Neill in studio. He's got some club dates and comedy shows that he's going to be promoting. You don't have the info in front of you, though, right?
Well, I think the 25th of January might be at that Helium.
Oh, yeah, in Philly.
You got a date now.
All right, good.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can get out in like 2 days of it. And
Right,
just go on to Friday and Saturday. Maybe I can say I'm working here and I can just plug them.
You're not like one of those comics that are just running all over the country.
No,
every day
and I'm at Riddles. I hate... Dude, I'm trying to retire from this running around shit.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Riddles and tickle sides and in Hardy Hars in Tennessee or whatever the fuck. I don't like it, man. I do not like it, man.
Because his stuff is just great.
But it's not for everywhere, man. It's New York. It's like it's like this radio show. Like,
all right, well, Disturbed's coming in, and then the pests want to know if it's true, but yeah, it's true. Howie's going to be feeding you lunch on Friday at the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square. That was our little secret. Still hasn't been announced. They're scrambling now, actually. All hell has broken loose.
So you think they heard?
All hell has broken loose.
We got our spies.
Trust me on this one. Trust me. And the pests are already on it. They got a press release they're going to be sending out to the media.
White collar espionage.
Oh, it's great.
Fucking Opie is a espionage. This is like Russia versus the United States. This is the Cold War.
Cold War's back.
Look, we came up with this concept, or actually our fans have. Instead of being called the Army and stuff, a lot of shows have that cute Army stuff. Join the Army, join this. We have what's called pests. It's the perfect definition of what these guys do.
You know what the normal radio station's version of their army is? They have people sign up for our army.
Or our militia.
Yeah, and it's
our naked militia.
It amounts to a mailing list that the station can send out things for events. Show up at our Budweiser night. We're having it blah, 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 blah. That's what their army is.
How many
we never called
pests?
it pests?
How many hardcore... Like invited to the big Warriors speech.
Those
Warriors,
numbers are unknown.
Yeah, they're top
and even
secret.
if we did know, it would be a
what would you think? Oh, it's top secret?
Yeah.
You have an idea, but you can't...
I would say 38.
They are in every city.
Who's the hardest motherfucking Sergeant Barnes out there as pests?
Well, there's a few, and they're battling it out, and they might take out each other to become
to be one on.
No, I'm not even kidding.
Going on.
Oh, they got shit going on. I know blah blah is leading the army, but let me tell you about blah blah.
Oh, there's some coups going on. Some coup d'etats up in this bitch. There's some John Gotti's up.
Oh, yeah, there is. There's
Someone's
also
going to be laying in front of Sparks Steakhouse with a cigar hanging out his
Paul
mouth.
Castellano.
I can't explain.
Eyes shot out.
I can't explain how deep this pest thing goes. It's gotten out of hand, and they did it on their own for the most part. We gave them a little push, like hint, hint, this would be kind of cool. But now they're organizing, they're meeting when we're sleeping, and they're doing this and that. They got secret websites. Some of them work for the enemies.
Oh,
and then feed us information.
Yeah. So the meetings are like, everybody sit down and the Royal Order of Pests Buffaloes. And then one guy goes, this fucking guy.
We have a pest.
Ideas
we have a pest that works at the Hard Rock Cafe. He's already written in, what can I do? It's nuts how crazy it's gotten.
What can I fucking do?
But Howie's got this
food. God damn, what can you do?
This big announcement. He's basically going to do an Andy Kaufman, even though Howie doesn't rip off anybody. And he's going to bring a bunch of his listeners, a lot of his listeners. It looks like in a double-decker bus to the Hard Rock Cafe for free lunch on Friday. So we're inviting all the pests to join. To join us at the Hard Rock Cafe this Friday for free lunch on Howie. Make sure you wear your XM and Opie and Anthony T-shirts under your coats and stuff.
Is it winners of a contest?
No.
This just seems to be...
It's just people can just come
fans.
It's going to be the big thing that he does. Because I don't think he's going to be allowed to do his cute little march.
We'll get more info.
We're going to have more secrets tomorrow.
Yeah.
More secrets tomorrow on the Opie and Anthony program. But that's one that, at this point, I don't even know if he's going to announce it because we really fucked it up. We have fucked this one up. But, you know, if he announces it, then it's happening. It's Friday at the Hard Rock Cafe. Free lunch. Free lunch for all our pests.
Bring the homeless, too.
Bring the homeless.
Have to eat.
And bring your XM logos and your Opie and Anthony T-shirts.
Oh, my God.
And have fun with it.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
That's right. Let's go to Canada. Danny?
Yeah?
What's up, Danny?
Not too much, man. Just chilling, driving down the road. Come say, like, my buddy turned me on to this channel here, and I haven't changed it since, man. I listen to your reruns and everything. I listen to Ron and Fez and everything. Listen to you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. And I was just talking about Patrice's thing there. Patrice is talking about he's got so many sex toys and everything at home. I'm the same way, man. Props, buddy. You got as many toys as you got. It don't matter.
The virus has hit Canada, and it's slowly spreading. The One virus.
It's spreading pretty good, though. I've noticed a lot of people very quickly picking up on the show. A lot of their friends are turning each other on.
Have you ever seen awful?
Oh yeah, you guys are unreal. Like I drive truck. I'm on the road all the time, and you guys are just like you guys wake me up in the morning and put me to sleep at night, man. You guys are the fucking greatest.
Oh, thanks. If you want to join one of the message boards, you could start with whackbag.com, WACKbag.com, and maybe we'll get some Canadian pests. Who knows? Thanks, Danny.
Yeah. I'll be down there.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny. George in New York City. George.
Yo. First rule of Pest Club is you do not speak about the Pest Club.
See, they scare us too, Patrice.
Yeah. Oh, don't fuck around with them.
It's no problem. Know what it is, really? It's a whole Fight Club thing that's happening with this show and the Pest.
Exactly.
They got little cells in every state now.
Cells?
Little cells, yes, in every city.
And they're not going to say who the Bin Laden is.
Nah.
No Zakari about it.
No Zakari. This is a lot like Fight Club. It's a lot like Fight Club, what's going on, I'm telling you.
Wow.
I don't even know how deep it goes. I try to get on a couple of these secret websites. Have you met any of them? Yeah, we know a few, but we've tried to get on some of these secret websites, but they don't trust us. They don't think we're who we are.
It's very difficult.
And we started this whole thing, and we can't even do it.
Very
it's out of our
hands.
To get on. They release, they do their own press releases now. They're on all sorts of message boards that trash us, and they defend us.
You should see this Pal Talk thing. You ever seen Pal Talk?
You talk about it.
Yeah, it's webcams, or not, if you don't have a webcam or anything, but microphones also. And a lot of these guys get on there and turn the cameras on and sit and look and talk to each other. And there was one guy on this Pal Talk that pops in every so often that shoves stuff up his ass. That's what he does.
That's his thing.
He just sits there and shoves shit up his ass, and it's hysterical.
Now, if I was home listening to this broadcast today, right, I'm just a regular guy sitting there, I'm not working.
Sure.
And I go, you know what? I'm gonna be a fucking pest. Am I in just by going down there with my thing with my?
There used to be a time you could just get in just like that.
I'm down there going, yeah, O&A and the whole XM, and I'm like, hey, everybody, I'm a pest too. It's like, is it that easy?
You got to prove yourself now.
I think
you got to know somebody, and you got to prove yourself.
But I think you can do that. Show a little loyalty first, and then get on the message board and go, hey, I was down there.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of me, and then they'd be like, hey, good job.
Yeah. Do I have to do what's equivalent to a hit?
Well, you got to make your bones.
You got to make your bones as pledging probably at this point, and beat downs.
Beaten in.
You got to get beaten in. Got to get kicked in the face. How long you have to last? 30 seconds or something like that?
And then you're going to start off as low man.
That's right.
Low man.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Because there's infiltrators.
They want to make sure it's not an
spies, they got to make sure.
Well,
like that.
I mean, the spies, they pretty much know who they are. And,
if you showed up, let's say Friday, and you had a big sign, something like that, pictures were taken of you, they end up on the message board, and you go, hey, that's me on the right, and I'm now a member of the message board and stuff, you would be warmly accepted.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Fans could still show up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then they got the pests that control the whole thing. Oh, yeah. We're doing an appearance tomorrow, by the way, not to confuse everything. We're going to be at J&R Music downtown, near City Hall, near Ground Zero. It's called Park Row, downtown. I don't know where that is.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to get to that J&R because it's the opposite direction on the one way that heads towards Battery Park. So you kind of got to take a left to get in that. It's like a little enclave thing going on, but it's right there in the city.
It says
hall.
Downtown Park Row, J&R Music World. Anthony and I will be there tomorrow at 12:30. Hopefully with a lot of giveaways.
Xbox 360s, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
They give you?
Why not?
That they give you and you can't use?
Why not? Let's go to a guy who's had XM for 2 years. Mark in Michigan. Mark.
Gentlemen, you are geniuses, man. I'll tell you what, I used to surf the radio, around, and I hit you guys every once in a while, but for whatever reason, over the last week and a half, you guys have hooked me, and every day I turn you guys on. I work for a mobile medical firm, And I'm in nursing home parking lots a lot, and I can't tell you how many times you guys almost get me fired. I have to sprint to the van to shut the door because, you guys are over the top of it, talking, swearing and stuff like that. And you got these old people that are like, and I know you guys are about to drop the F-bomb, and I'm like, oh, shit, I got to get the door shut, man. And people are looking at me funny because you guys are talking about the weirdest shit, tissue time and all this. I just wanted to say you guys are awesome, man.
Thank you. We haven't done a tissue time in a while. And after all that gay shit yesterday with Gangsta
Fag, I was listening to that on the replay, just laughing my ass off.
Thanks, Mark.
God damn, was that some funny shit?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Gangsta Fag. He still hasn't contacted anybody, right?
No, we got to get in touch with Gangsta Fag. Get him on the phone.
We got Brokeback Mountain audio.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who's one of the stars? Jake
Gyllenhaal
or whatever. However,
and they're talking Oscar. They're talking Oscar for Heath Ledger. Thank God. That's the only way to get you out of Brokeback Mountain.
Oof. Yeah, it earned 7 Globe nominations. Golden Globe.
Really? Yeah, you can't. If you're gonna be one. I was a fag for no reason and in the cut.
Yeah.
Just a no reason fag.
I'm a fan of this new show, Showtime on Comedy Central with David Spade, because he's just messing with the celebrities like he does. But he's upped his game big time since he was doing this on SNL.
Right.
And he sent one of his guys out to interview Jake. What's his last name again?
Gillingham.
All right. About the movie. About the movie.
What's his name there, then?
I believe it's Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal.
All right, Gyllenhaal. And David Spade sent one of his reporters out there to interview him. And the first question the reporter goes is, so tell me about this gay cowboy movie. Right to his face.
That's what it is. Why would he go, all right, I'll tell you about it. It's like it is what it is.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
He goes, so tell me about this gay cowboy movie, When obviously this guy took this role because he thinks it's going to help his acting career, and he's taking it very seriously.
It's not the gay thing, it's the story and the meaning behind it. Brokeback Mountain.
Right.
And he's just writing it off as, hey, the gay cowboy movie.
Yeah, what do you got on it? So listen what he says. He showed restraint here because I was thinking maybe he should have gotten his face and punched him or something, but this is what he said.
Better.
The gay cowboy movie is not the appropriate title or explanation for it. My character, I play this guy, Jack Twist, who's a rodeo cowboy, or trying a bad rodeo cowboy, and he's a ranch hand, and he meets up with another ranch hand in the summer, and they fall in love.
It's just
gay cowboy movie.
Gay cowboy movie.
Like if it wasn't a name for it, and he just that explanation, you go, hey, what are you doing in the future? Like they interview him after the day after tomorrow, or Bubble Boy.
Right.
What are you doing next? I'm doing a movie about two guys that go up into the mountains, and they were ranchers, and they fall in love.
Yeah.
Oh, a gay cowboy movie.
Gay cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Right. You're one guy's rodeo, one guy's a rancher. They're cowboy and gay. Gay cowboy movie.
All right, listen. I smell bit. Are we going to send Derek and Travis? Why Derek? Derek wants to do this. Derek doesn't do this shit. It's going to be Danny and Nathaniel and maybe Travis, right?
Wow.
Those two. You really want to do it, Derek? No, Derek doesn't want to do this shit.
He's saying no.
I know Derek.
Derek
likes to be more behind the scenes.
Derek's a pilot.
Derek likes. He's got skills, but he doesn't need to be on the radio. Nathaniel should do it. Definitely. We got to send these guys to the theaters that are showing these movies.
Yeah.
And get some interviews as they're coming out of the theater.
Only couples. A guy coming out with his girl.
I thought a guy coming out with a guy.
Well, a guy coming out and there's no fun. It's just this, yay!
No, that could be funny on the radio, though. Nathaniel, come in.
Fantastic.
Nathaniel's perfect for this. We got to get the...
I loved it. 2 thumbs up my ass. Ooh, Andrew Dice Gay.
Andrew Dice Gay, thinking about doing some radio with us today. We'll see what happens. Nathaniel, so you got to go and do this.
All right.
Could you do it today?
No.
All right. Well, I want to get this done by the end of the week, though.
Okay. How about by Friday?
By Friday? All right.
I'll go with you.
Will you?
Yeah, I'll buy some popcorn. But what I do is I cut a hole in the bottom, right? And I stick my manhood through it. And as you're asking for could I have some pop? Yeah, dig right in. And as you're digging in, I'm buttering the popcorn. Oh! I've seen it 3 times. It's fantastic.
You like the movie Dice?
Yeah. 2 fists up. I'll bend over. Oh! Andrew Dice Gay.
Got a question for you, Andrew Dice Gay.
I'm over here now. You could ask.
How much money would it take for you to do a movie like this?
I'd do it for free.
Yeah, why?
Just, to build up my resume.
Yeah.
My movie resume.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that look good? With a Ford Fairlane. Right? I did that one. And then I did the other one. Ford Fairlane.
Casual sex?
Casual sex.
Yeah.
I was in that one. And then the Fad Cowboy movie, as I like to call it. Sure. And then it ends. See, I'd have a different ending.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'd go to Seattle, Washington, and get fucked by a horse and die. They do that up there. You ever hear me fuck a chicken? Da 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 da. Oh!
Andrew Dice Gay, everyone.
Dice Gay. How in all the years that we've fucking been on the air and known Dice and fucked with Dice and did it at Dice impressions, did Andrew Dice Gay never come up?
Because we have the greatest listeners. They help us out with the show.
Christ.
Someone came up with that yesterday.
All it took was one of you assholes out there to say it.
So here's the deal. We got to get interviews of people leaving the theater after Brokeback Mountain and also Kong. Because we're hearing, guys are walking out of the previews crying and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, if you could get Weeping Gentleman, that would be fantastic.
That would be terrific.
And the
love
between the...
All right, we got some more Brokeback Mountain audio.
That name is genius.
Brokeback. Doesn't it sound like some kind of gay sex?
It's violent sex.
Violent, like I was fucking him in the ass and his back just snapped and we were on the mountain and I don't know what the fuck to do.
Brokeback Mountain.
It would just be the mountain. The mountain or something.
Call it the mountain. Where they go. Isn't it where they go to have their little liaisons and stuff?
Yeah, I guess every year or something.
I guess they couldn't call it Suck Dick Mountain. It's like the closest they could.
Come this summer from Universal Pictures. Suck Dick Mountain.
Nah. Or just call it Mountain. Like they're... What did he do to you, Mountain?
It broke my back.
Brokeback Mountain. I'm going to give you a Brokeback Mountain today.
Reach around hills. A love story.
Yeah. We have audio of one of the love scenes.
Roman War Helmet Valley.
Oh, my God.
We have audio of one of the love scenes.
Well,
great.
This is just a romantic scene.
Roman War Helmet Valley.
We have audio of one of the love scenes from
Rim Job Ravine. Coming to a theater near you.
God damn it. Give me a pen and a piece of paper. Oh, man. Who else is in?
Anal Swamp.
Glory Hole Gulch.
The whole too.
All right, we have audio of one of the love scenes from Brokeback Mountain.
All right, let's hear.
Here it is.
This is not it.
Macht Spaß? Du Hühnerficker.
Ja, irre. Ich bin ganz wild auf diese Henne.
Ja.
Ja. Nun wird's gut. Ja, gleich. Ja.
And you thought chickens couldn't cry.
Big Nazi bastard.
So bothersome.
That is a chicken crying. I don't care what you tell me. Let's go to Lynn in New Jersey. Lynn?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Well, you guys were talking about it being a fad cowboy movie. Shouldn't it then star Imus with his fad cowboy hat?
That would be funny.
Can't quit you, McCord. Gonna fuck you in the ass now. Yeah.
All right, we have a clip of one of the love scenes from Brokeback Mountain. Now I know why they called it Brokeback Mountain after you hear this clip.
All right.
It's obvious someone was being broken.
Oh.
Maybe broken in. Let's go to that clip now.
And you know, one of them was gay, and the other one's probably a method actor. The other one's like after the director goes cut, he's a done with the scene type of motherfucker.
Yeah, like, what the? Why'd you keep your tongue in my mouth that extra second?
Oh, motherfucker!
Fellas, I want you to take it to the limit. What the fuck you? And cut. Get your fucking hands off me, man.
All right, guys, it's going to be a difficult scene. We're striking the set of anybody that doesn't have to be here. It's just going to be the cameraman, the director, and the sound guy. That's it. Everyone else is leaving to make you feel more comfortable with this. Okay. And one guy just a little too much. One guy cut. And the guy's like, they pull their faces away, and one guy's face follows the other guy's.
Hey! Oh,
hey, you said you weren't gay.
I didn't hear cut.
After that setup, Ang Lee's like, okay, you get all together, and Ang Lee goes, all right, action fags.
Serious, to respect you two as actors. All right.
Just before they say,
all right, faggots. Fag sons of bitches.
They set the scene, and just before they yell action, you hear one of those on set. Well, we got more names for the gay cowboy movie coming in. Tony in Jersey. Tony.
Yeah, balloon, not hill.
Let's go to David in Atlanta. David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a name for that movie.
All right.
Call it Mount Men.
Mount Men.
Mount Men.
Very good. All right, we got
Bareback Mount Men.
How about Grunt Valley?
Well, we got audio of the love scene from Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain.
All right, here we go.
Listen.
All right.
Oh, shit.
What the hell was that?
That might have been something.
Let me see that.
Makes the chicken video look like a joke.
Yeah, have you? Is that? Do you have the video
is that what that is?
You have the video of that?
Nice.
No. That would be illegal.
Was it? I've seen that before.
You didn't see it from us.
Oh, okay.
I love that video.
All right. Here we go. Heath Ledger.
Money shot.
Okay, terrific. Yeah, okay, terrific. Heath Ledger was on Good Morning America, and this is what he had to say about Brokeback Mountain.
You got your wife and baby and...
Oh, okay, I got to set this. This is an actual clip from the movie.
A clip,
I'm sorry.
You got your wife and baby in Texas, and, I got my life in Riverton.
That's so. You and Alma, that's a lie.
Oh, you shut up about Alma. This ain't her fault. The bottom line is, we're around each other, and this thing grabs hold of us again in the wrong place, in the wrong time, and we're dead.
wrong place, wrong time. This thing grabs all, like they could just be hanging out with their families, supposed to be living this lie, and they're hanging. Uh-oh, this thing's grabbing hold of me. Just lays him on the picnic table out back. And, what are you doing? Oh, something just grabbed hold of me, and I needs to fuck this man in the ass.
Like gay wolfmen.
Yeah.
They turn on half a moon. The half moon.
Hold it.
Oh my God, it's a half moon.
Baby, you gotta lock me in the basement, or I'm gonna do some damage. Now, when that pretty boy goes away, you can let me out. But until then, you gotta keep me locked in here. You're gonna see something you don't want to see. Cowboy fag movie. That's what it is.
That's
it's the
wonderful.
gay cowboy
Let's
movie.
go to Jay in Chicago. Jay.
Hey, how's it going, O&A?
We're having a good time today.
Good deal. How about No Vag Valley?
No Vag Valley. That's a good one, too. Very good.
What is the story? Are they both married? Do they both have girlfriends?
I think, yeah. I get to describe the plot.
Yes, then.
I think in their youth they meet each other.
Slower.
In their youth, they meet each other.
Get all gay with each other.
It's some kind of a passing little thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then they go off and start families.
They start families.
And then reunite.
And
they don't know what to
take
do
up where
about
they left off.
Yeah.
They can't just look at each other and go, that was a little awkward back then. Huh?
Oops.
Hey, look, I'm married now. Sort of a thing. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Look, I'm going to move all the way over there.
Yeah, this is uncomfortable.
Just tell him I died.
Will it be a 2? Brokeback 2.
Brokeback 2.
Scrotum Showdown.
You know the sequels are always awful. All right, here we go. Heath Ledger talks about doing gay sex scenes.
Well.
There must have been something about doing this, and Jake has talked about it too. Straight men in love scenes gotta make you nervous. You choreograph them, I assume, when you're doing love scenes with females.
Yeah.
Is this a different kind of thing?
The rehearsal of these scenes were more or less conversational.
You hear how manly he's doing? I've heard interviews with Heath Ledger.
I have never heard him sound like
that. That guy's been in a bunch of good movies.
You know they both run around Hollywood just fucking in public. Hey, at the donut shop. Hey, I'm fucking a bitch. Let me get a
Yeah. I have never heard Heath Ledger sound like that in my life.
Give me a crumpet. Suck my dick, bitch.
I've seen other movies where he's like, well, it was, a difficult role. I really had to get into shape for it. Now it's like, what about the gay scenes with other men? Yeah, well, Jesus Christ, let me tell you something. You just got a can of Schaefer beer around here or something? Rough, but I'm just acting.
I'll tell you if you let me rub your pussy right now, because I got to rub some pussy when I'm talking.
This is great.
And listen how uncomfortable he sounds.
We just need to, guys, we understand you're straight, and, you're just acting. This is an acting thing. We understand your sexuality.
All right, we need the faggots on the set. Faggots, make your way on the set for the fag butt fuck scene.
Attention all faggots.
We got to handle this thing. We're going to handle this with respect, professionalism. You are actors. You've done movies, and we understand this is a difficult scene that we're going to need.
Cocksucker scene. Can we set up for the cocksucker scene and have the faggots on set for the big cocksucker scene?
Oh, what an uncomfortable movie that must have been to make, man.
Oh, shit.
All he had to do is just say that he did it. That I'm doing it to get an Oscar.
If you're one of these actors, are you making sure you're duct taping your junk down?
Oh.
Just in case it's a goof and some blood starts flowing, you're like, what the fuck?
All right, chaps, come down, cock in the ass, take 2.
Chaps, cock up the ass. The fuck is naming these scenes?
Take 2. They wanted to say after first take is, you want to hear check the gates.
Yeah, check the gates.
All right, check the gates.
Imagine you get through the whole scene and the director goes, we're going to have to do it again because the lighting was a little...
that scene we did yesterday where you were fucking him in the ass for hours. looked at the dailies, and
I gotta tell you, it was a great take, but
great. But you know something, we were getting a lens flare that really wasn't good.
The boom mic kind of got in shot.
And then boom mic people, when they hear a noise, they don't say shit until the end. They're not allowed to cut. So if there's a plane or a train going by afterwards, they'll go, it didn't know.
It didn't.
And they'll just stand just like
do it again.
I wonder if there's going to be a director's cut when it comes out on DVD, the Ang Lee cut.
The director's cut. All the scenes that you never wanted to see.
Let's go to Missouri. David.
Yeah, man, there is no way in hell those two guys can be frickin' straight and have done that. They've got to be a bunch of queers, man. I'm telling you.
I'm having a hard time with this
bunch of queers.
You try to have an open mind and try to figure out why they would. I don't get this one.
There ain't no way, man.
Here are guys that are working together in the entertainment field. They're making a movie. They're doing something like that. Why is it that?
But dude,
that is acceptable to? How do you ask a guy? It's like, Than. All right, Than, here's what we need for the show. Here's what we need. We need you and Hawk to just make out. All right, and go. Like, how is that? Oh, stop. Don't really do it. Guys. A little visual.
Yeah, well, theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind.
But these
how do you ask guys to...
These two guys aren't hacks in Hollywood. You know, and if you read about
Heath Ledger...
What's that mean?
Heath Ledger is...
He's on the fence.
But, I mean...
he probably needs this more than...
He's still getting scripts, man.
Heath Ledger wants to be the other guy from Lord of the Rings.
You know who the new Heath Ledger is?
Who?
It's the kid that was in... what's the racing car movie? He did 2 of them. Come on.
Paul Walker?
No, what's the... Luke, Fast and Furious?
Okay.
That kid's the new Heath Ledger, the one that was in the movie with...
Really?
The surf
you watch
movie.
a lot of movies, bro.
What's the movie with that sexy Alba? Jessica Alba? He was in one with that. He's the new Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
We don't need Heath Ledger anymore.
What was Heath Ledger's, big movie?
The Night movie.
He was in The Patriot, too, right?
Oh, right. He was in The Patriot with Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
That was kind of his break.
Yeah. I kind of like that
Kind of broke him into the business.
He was the star of the Night movie, and they realized he wasn't a star.
I kind of like that Night movie.
Yeah, of course you did, but it's like I kind of like Waterworld. Waterworld was good.
Wait, which one am I? I'm talking about the one that was kind of a comedy.
Brokeback Castle.
No, it wasn't a comedy. It was
what was the one that it was kind of a goof,
a rocker? Nah,
it had like modern rock music in it.
Yeah.
Which one was that? That was.
It was like A Knight's Tale.
Oh, okay.
Knight's Tale. That was like a rock Knight's Tale.
Delicious.
Nice.
A little trap door on his ass.
But he's in trouble, man. And Jake really wasn't doing shit either, to be honest with you.
No, Jake is rising.
Wait a minute.
It
can't
business.
be too... you know who the Jake is going to be award...
Heath Ledger was in The Lords of Dogtown.
So what?
What?
That had a little...
Who the fuck saw that? That wasn't even... That was Channel 10 on a plane.
That ain't it.
No.
Jake was in A Day After Tomorrow recently. So.
But do you know who Jake is going to have a war with? Remember the kid that was in Black Hawk Down? That's the
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett and Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah. They got a war. It's only could be one motherfucker who does that.
That guy.
Yeah. It can't be so Jake's gonna out-fag.
You think
what's
these
his
two went off on their own and rehearsed some of these scenes together too?
Yes.
Oh no! What do you think? They're studying.
Oh, fucking awkward.
Yeah, they did because they're trying to be into character, man. How can you go in and out of fag? You can't.
That's who he's trying to be. The Orlando Bloom. Actor? He's trying to be Orlando Bloom.
He has to be. Orlando Bloom would have been a better choice for this movie.
Well, that's who he's trying to be. Is Orlando Bloom?
Who, Jake?
No.
Heath. No, he can't. Orlando, he's not.
He's trying. He wants to be that.
All right, listen. Let's.
But he hasn't reached that point of stardom.
Let's get the rest of this clip over with, okay? Mm-hmm. We start from the beginning. Heath Ledger doing gay sex scenes.
There must have been something about doing this, and Jake has talked about it too. Straight men in love scenes.
She's diddling herself during this.
Got to make you nervous. You choreograph them, I assume, when you're doing love scenes with females.
Yeah.
Is this a different kind of thing?
The rehearsal of these scenes were more or less conversational. But I think what made it easier was that there was, in fact, there were stories within the scenes. There were goals that we wanted to achieve. Ang didn't just roll the camera and say, "Okay, boys, have fun with it now."
Fun.
And look, I think in the end of the day, what it really took is just And I think it's a way for acting in general with me. It's just kind of harnessing this infinite power of belief.
Yeah, there it is. I'm acting.
He's very nervous.
I have
He was nervous answering that.
Channeled the god of faggots.
Yeah.
The great thumpor.
So what he's saying is they would hang around like rehearsal and be like, you know, ooh, the fire sure is warm here at Brokeback Mountain in the camp. Yeah, it certainly. Yeah, I love you too. Lean in for a kiss, and here's where we kiss. The kissing is continuing, like they wouldn't actually do it.
And he sounds like a grizzle. He sounds like John Wayne mixed with fucking Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
He's like Heath Ledger.
All of a sudden, he's got to do these
He's
interviews
like a sweetie
Macho
puss.
Man.
Yeah, he's like,
the acting part of it.
Now he's Nick Nolte voice and shit.
Hey, convict. Here's your goddamn dinner, convict. I want Billy Bear.
Hey, we're going to send the guys to do some interviews after the movie. Let's out. We'll see what people think about Brokeback Mountain. All right. Hey, what's going on with Disturbed?
They got, we'll be in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Go figure, the band got their schedule confused.
We'll decide if they're going to be here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We might be too busy. All right, Bad Santa on the front page of the New York Post. We got to get to this before we get out of here. Bloody St. Nick leaves kids sick.
Yeah.
That was Steve's fault.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Brokeback Mountain Golden Globe nominations. They're showing clips.
Oh, that's how it started. He was getting a...
Yeah. Had a baby with, so great news coming out of that camp. They must be celebrating today for sure. But yeah, this film has done extremely well. I mean, over the weekend it got awards from the New York film critics as well as Los Angeles film critics, and in Boston it did extremely well. So that's what's bringing it to the forefront.
But Sabila, what happened to the other guy who's lead actor in that movie? That Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah, everyone thought it was his year. I mean, he did Proof this year and also Jarhead, and he was, you know, they're also talking about his performance in Brokeback Mountain, but he did not get a nomination.
All that for naught.
Or even the lead actor nom, but no nomination for Jake Gyllenhaal.
He didn't get nominated, but
No, I'll tell you what,
Heath Ledger played a better faggot than
fucking Enema right now, douching like nothing, you motherfucker, nothing.
I got it. I got this one, man. They took a look, the committee or whatever, and said... Yeah. Damn, man, that guy isn't acting whatsoever. We can't give him a Golden Globe for acting.
Isn't it for acting, right? We can't give him a Golden Globe. He's going to just shove it in his ass. That sissy.
They're previewing that movie going, wait a minute.
It's like giving a dog an acting award for eating his food.
Right, but like...
He's just going to do it.
Holy shit, wait a minute, that guy's not acting.
Somebody's going to be the fag fall guy on this movie.
Wow.
Heath is making sure he's going to be on the behind the scenes. They're gonna go, look, one of these motherfuckers got to be a fag. Right. Behind the scenes, Heath is gonna be the one that's like, dude, he said cut.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Heath is getting nominated for being a good actor, and the other guy.
They gave the nomination to the top.
It was just a fag.
Yeah, the top got the nomination.
It was just a documentary to Jake.
Just following me around with a camera.
Yeah, can we put me in the best documentary category? Let's see. The nominations: a Michael Moore movie and me in Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain was a documentary and a feature film. Best real sequence when Jake was sucking dick. Best acting when Heath was getting his dick sucked.
Now, the award goes to... So excited.
Wow.
And next up, the best award for best anal scene.
It's like the fucking porn awards over there at the Golden Globes. Best DP.
Oh, shit.
One's a good actor and one was...
Poor Jake.
One was just there.
Just give me something. Give me honorable mention for getting fucked in my butt.
Hey, we got to get the front page of the New York Post on one of our websites because it's a great picture. Bad Santa, bloody Saint Nick leaves kid sick. Basically, there's this guy that had his Santa display, and Santa has a bloody knife in his hand, and he's holding a head in the other that's all bloody.
Severed head in the other, and it's all bloody. And look at the post. Always funny, right from the first sentence, Opie. Sleigh bells are ringing outside, and it says. Sleigh is in quotation marks for the other use of the word sleigh.
And they spell it the way you're supposed to.
Right.
Murderer.
Sleigh bells are ringing outside a $3 million Manhattan brownstone.
Right.
Where Jolly St. Nick has been replaced by a bloody bearded Santa holding a knife in one hand and a severed head of a doll, blood gushing from its eye sockets, in the other. The bizarre display has sent kids running and even sparked a call to cops. You know, the cops are busy people.
Yeah.
So leave them alone for fucking display things.
Yeah, they've had a couple of their own shot lately. They don't need to be dealing with your stupid complaint. It says, this 'tis the season to be creepy display, which has drawn no small amount of community ire.
You missed
what?
The big headline when you finally turn to page 3 where it tells you to go. The headline, Opie. Oh, holy,
night.
Anyone? Night is what you would say. Oh, holy,
sight.
Fright. Get it? Because.
So just look at this guy. Was he just trying to say fuck Christmas and fuck kids and I hate?
I don't know what the bottom of the story
guy? He's just trying to be creative.
I can't get past their stupid things like the first line here. Ho, ho, no! The Post should be firebombed for their comedy attempts. Oh.
The guy's pretty creepy looking.
All right. And
probably just an artist or something. I don't know.
In another touch of Christmas cheer, the Santa dummy is standing behind a tree whose bare branches are adorned with beheaded Barbie dolls. It's brought the ire of the community. It's in the front yard of Joel Krupnick
and his wife.
Joel Krupnick sounds like a serial killer name.
He looks like a kid toucher.
And his wife, Mildred.
He looks angry.
Yeah. They are protesting the commercialization of the Yule season. Christmas has religious origins. It's in the Bible. Santa's not in the Bible. He's not a religious symbol. Santa Claus has become a piece of Americana.
Yeah. So?
Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying this is why he's doing it.
Yeah. Krupnick, who dabbles in real estate, said if anyone's offended, they could simply cross the street.
And some children have done just that, the Post reports. Other people have called the cops only to be told there was nothing they could do. Yeah,
They should go and arrest the people that could have called the cops for tying up...
Please leave our cops alone.
The cops.
They're busy on real shit. And one woman chased this guy down the block screaming epithets at her.
Epithets.
Chased the wife down the street, I guess.
Oh.
Outside the home, also decorated with gargoyles, lizards, and dragons, there were many who accused a couple of dreaming of a fright Christmas. This is like a nightmare before Christmas. So? These people are possessed, fumed Lori Levinson. Little Jimmy, who was passing by, said, I thought it was a very gory and bloody. Christmas is not supposed to be gory.
Stinks and I don't like it.
It's bad, agreed Sean, age 5. Santa's face and hair are red. Santa shouldn't look like that.
Stupid 5-year-old.
His brother Ryan, 9, chimed in. Santa makes toys and he lives in the North Pole. He doesn't have a haunted house like that.
9 years old? And he's still,
Yeah.
Oh, any kids listening?
There is no
Santa. Opie.
There is no Santa.
You're ruining it for the children that are listening.
It's your parents. There is no Santa.
We used to get in such trouble.
There is no Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It's weird, said Javin 9. No, 7.
Javin?
Or something like that.
It's not Gavin?
With a J?
J?
All right, Gavin
Jesus
with a J.
Christ.
Why don't you spell the names right, people?
Javon?
Stop being cute. I don't know. I'd say Javin. Javin.
Yeah, well.
I'm going to go with Javin.
All right.
It's probably Gavin spelled wrong.
See his last name, though.
What, Bose?
That might be the Bose kid.
What the hell is the Bose kid?
The heir to the Bose fucking...
Damn, yeah.
Evan Bose.
All right, well, there you go. It's great, though. It's a great front page today in the New York Post.
Anything to shake shit up.
Of course, why not?
Hey, I went for my pistol license yesterday.
And?
Finally. I need 4 friends as references.
You don't have
in
4
Nassau
friends?
County. I don't leave my house. Like, I need 4 references, but they're not really. It's not really like references. They're just 4 people that you kind of know. 4 people that live in Nassau County. They can't be cops.
How about the cook you're having sex with?
No, and I'm not. And she lives in Suffolk. I know everyone I know lives in Suffolk County or the city, and I need 4 people that live in Nassau County that can't be cops.
Right.
I know a couple of cops in New York, in Nassau County, but quite the little quandary I'm having. I'm thinking I need to make a couple of friends in Nassau County. Perhaps people on Whackbag, perhaps a message board people that could email me, and we can maybe be friends.
Start up a friendship?
Look, I need 4 fucking people.
This is a license to carry in the streets or whatever.
Don't you have enough guns?
I need pistols. You need a license, a permit to have a pistol. Pistol permit. You could buy rifles and shotguns, but I need pistols.
Yeah.
Pistol packing motherfucker. I like going to the range. I like shooting.
I'm gonna give you a.
You like shooting?
I'm gonna give you a Desert Eagle for your birthday.
That would be nice.
All right, so if you want to be Anthony's Nassau County friend, how do they get a hold of you? Through MySpace?
Yes, they could get a hold of me through MySpace, but you got to live in Nassau County, New York.
Right.
Right. Where I live,
right.
That county, Nassau.
All right.
Yeah, MySpace / Anthony Cumia, Cumia.
Okay.
Yeah, get through me there, or Whackbag. Yeah, get on Whackbag and make a little post, put a sticky up there if you want to be my pal.
All right.
My good friend.
The cover of the New York Post is up on opieandanthony.com right now. Bad Santa. It's a great display.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go to break with the FU line. Let's see what's going on that thing today, okay?
All right.
And we'll finish the show next.
The very worst of the Opie and Anthony FU line.
Hey, this is Matt from Revere. I just want to give a big fuck you out to fucking Krispy Kreme. Get the fuck out of Massachusetts, you motherfuckers.
Hey, I want to leave a fuck you to that cunt bag, Howard Stern. Tell that motherfucking hook nose to shut the fuck up. Nobody likes his ass. Only people that remember him from back in the day. And then half of those motherfuckers stop listening to him and listen to O&A now. Just fuck you, Howard Stern. Fuck you.
Fuck that old fat guy with gray hair in the commercial who says diabetes. It's pronounced diabetes, asshole. Fuck you. I just want to give a big fuck you to Howard Stern. I just saw one of his stupid Sirius billboards. It says, let freedom ring and let it be rung by a stripper. You have nothing left. Kill yourself. I got a big fuck you for all you Howard Stern cronies that think that he's the god. Fuck you!
Fuck you! Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 1-866-FU line 1. 1-866-FU line 1. Well, fuck you very much.
All right, we have Martini Steve in studio. Does a great job with the websites and the production of the radio show.
Finally got your robe off, huh?
What happened?
Your eyes are like saucers.
Are they now?
Yeah,
still?
they still are.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Pretty big.
He's taking all these weird supplements to work out, Patrice, and this morning he took a little too much and he was sweating and shivering. And it was like a cold sweat, right?
Yeah, it was a cold sweat. It's this stuff I take, and I'm normally very careful with this stuff, and I normally don't exceed the dosage. And this one product I take called Redline comes with a measuring spoon, and you're not supposed to exceed that measuring spoon dosage. Well, I broke mine yesterday, And I figured I'd been taking it long enough that I could pretty much eyeball how much I could take.
There you go.
And you overdo it by just a little bit, and you break into these shakes. And I was literally sitting at my desk checking my email this morning, and I couldn't stop my hand from shaking. So I just had these violent up and down shakes trying to use the mouse. Just bam, 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 bam. I couldn't stop my hand from shaking.
And he was walking around in one of those big Mets robes that we got.
Yeah, one of the Mets robe you gave me, which was very toasty.
Well, it wasn't going to fit me, man. That thing was huge.
Damn. You know, I didn't even wonder why he was walking around. I just looked at his big ass in that robe, and I just kept doing morning shit. I said, maybe this is just like...
I'm not that eccentric, man. I was actually very cold.
There isn't much that could happen here in the morning that you just don't blow off.
Yeah, come in and say, a fucking big Mets robe.
Who cares?
Yeah. All right, we got a couple things we want to get to. I want to clear the area here.
Clear the field.
You got some guy that stage dives in Norway and missed. What's this about?
Oh, what's her name? Mira Craig. She's a Norwegian singer. And she was opening up for the Fugees, and I guess what happened was she tried to stage dive, and she was being all cool, and she overestimated or underestimated how far to jump.
Uh-oh.
And all you hear at the end of the audio is just you'll hear it.
Yeah.
When
oh, dear Lord.
It seems like nothing until the last second here.
The video of that is great because she just disappears off the stage and you hear thud.
That, by the way, was horrible.
Yeah, that's awful.
Horrible.
Those Norwegians.
Just barking. Good for her.
And if you're
People
in Norway,
kept singing.
you can
yeah,
the Fugees.
Oh,
that's pretty.
And
good.
The crowd went. Oh.
Good for her.
And then Revenge. I don't know if we play this. Revenge Against Campus Thief. This is what you get when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
Oh, some video clip someone sent in. I guess there was a college, a lot of thievery going on in a college, and somebody found out who it was, so they went up to the guy's car with a baseball bat and just went after him. It was just not the kid itself, but just started bashing in his windows.
Quite a few videos like this online where people are just beating the shit out of cars.
Really? This is the
yelling.
first one I've seen. I haven't really seen it.
What about that black guy with the golf club?
Oh, that's
yeah. Whoops.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
All right, listen to this.
So there's this kid, his name is Nate. He steals shit all over fucking campus, and he never gets caught because he keeps selling it. He stole my fucking skateboard, and this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. Damn! See what happens? Do you see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass? You see what happens, Nate? You see what happens? Oh, jeez. That was cool.
That was cool.
That was cool.
I could sit and watch those stupid videos online all day.
Oh, yeah.
You just troll through them, and it's like, all right, this one is someone punching him in the face. One of my favorites is when they slap that girl in the face. It's like at a party.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like high school age kids are hanging out, and there's a girl. And I guess some kind of bet or dare or something went on where this guy was going to open hand slap her across the face. And she's standing there, and she goes, just do it. Do it as hard as you did the last one, I guess, to a guy. So this guy winds up and slaps her in the face. She gets knocked the fuck out, down for the count, out cold, not budging.
Yeah.
Just knocked her out with a slap, and it's fucking hysterical. You know she just had a big handprint bruise on the side of her face.
And they're all upper-middle-class suburban white kids doing this stuff, too. A lot
the
of
chick fight.
The chick fight.
That one in the backyard, cat fights.
Are nuts. I've never seen so many cat fight
Again,
videos
high
coming
school
in.
girls just pulling at each other, beating each other up.
I don't think it's out of anger. I think this is bored teenagers doing like a backyard wrestling kind of thing. I could be wrong, but there can't be that many pissed-off girls beating the shit out of each other that want to document it.
Great shit out there.
And finally, we're running out of show here. Whiny kid gets his car towed.
Whiny kid. Oh, kid, I think he was parked outside of a chiropractic office, and the tow truck driver happened to have a video camera with him, I guess, to document whenever somebody threatens him or whatever, and he's videotaping this kid crying as his car is being towed, and it's this 2.5-minute long negotiation with the tow truck driver about why he shouldn't tow his car.
Those guys don't listen.
No, just take
Meter
it.
maids don't listen.
Go down to wherever it's going and
the tow
pay
truck
the money and
guys don't listen.
Get your car back.
Save your breath.
Please! Please, somebody call the police on this guy! Somebody help me! This is not even right! Somebody help me! Why are you doing this? I have proof at my house that I work at the chiropractor.
I asked you for proof.
You didn't give me a chance to come down.
You said you're going to call the police on me.
Because he took my car and he started to drive off with my car when I have proof that I work at the goddamn planet. Are you on the planet? I don't have the money to get off of the car.
I wish I knew how to quit you. Has a legal right to tell you.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to say, actually, this is audio from
Brokeback Mountain.
This is the rich... whatever.
They're going to lock your ass. They're going to lock your ass up as the cops get here. Hello. Hey, he has a legal right to do it. We have a contract with that hospital right there.
The hospital?
901 Dover.
There's no hospital here in the chiropractic office. That's it.
Well, whatever it is. 901 Dover called.
You want my number?
I got it on video. Oh, that's all right. That's all right, yeah. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Why are you doing this?
What's that?
51.
Yeah. Yeah.
What that is,
yeah.
I don't have the money for this. Why didn't you give me a chance to prove anything, dude? That's illegal.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal, dude.
I work there. How can you do that?
You didn't prove it to me.
I just drove off with my car. I'm going to call my lawyer then.
Call your lawyer.
This is ridiculous.
It's
stupid fucking truck.
As of right now, it's $92. It's not $45 anymore.
No, it's $55. I will go back to work and I'll have
it's $92 because we're off property.
You drove because you sped away. I'm going to get my lawyer on you guys.
Hey, get the lawyer. Get your lawyer, dude.
You guys do this all the time.
Get your lawyer. Actually, I'm going to start a standby fee, so it's going to be even more.
You're making this illegal, though.
No,
how can you do this?
Totally legal, dude.
I work there, though. That's ridiculous. You con me out of my money when I work there.
You don't work there.
I do. Oh, why do you think that I live across the street there? I work there in the chiropractic office. I take files, I do reports, and all kinds of BS on clients. Oh, my God.
And there you have it.
Jeez, just fucking shut up.
Suck it up.
Why didn't the tow truck driver just drive away?
Because he's a dick, too.
He was getting a kick out of it, yeah.
He was having some fun. He
was like, I'm going to add a little more money on that. Yeah. Crying little motherfucker.
Both of those motherfuckers are nerds.
Yeah.
When you saw the camera come out, you'd toughen up a little bit and realize where that video might wind up.
It's going to wind up on Foundry Music.
Exactly.
Wow, new script for Gamefly.com, that cool video game rental service we've been telling you about, is giving away lifetime subscriptions to their service. Basically, games for life and an Xbox 360 a day when you sign up for a free trial.
Can you believe it? Anyone who signs up today for their free XM 2-week trial is eligible. Gamefly service, it's so easy. You get the latest video games. Like yesterday, what'd I get? I got Gun.
You really did?
Yeah, Gun's a good one.
What's that video about?
Well, it's a video game. It's set in the West. In the Old West.
Yeah.
And you go and you shoot people. It's a first-person shooter.
And
set in the West. It's almost like...
And what else?
Like Deadwood.
Right.
It's set to a video game. I know you're trying to trip me up. I know what Gun is.
You know what Gun is?
Yeah.
What level are you on?
Level 17.
17?
Yeah.
What happens on level 17?
Oh,
boy,
difficult? You're shooting a lot of people. I remember a saloon was involved, and a whorehouse, and bad guys.
I hear level 17 is called Brokeback Mountain.
It's Brokeback Mountain. Level 17 of Gun.
Can only imagine what that mission's all about.
It's a first-person shooter. Regardless,
it's not first person, though.
Is Gun third person?
Yeah, it's third person.
Look, man, he doesn't know. I'm sure Gun is a great movie.
Gun is third person?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Gun is for PS2.
Did Schnookums get that for you?
Xbox and what's GC?
Patrice got Gun off of Gamefly.
Okay.
And he started playing it last night. And then
Yeah.
He sends it back, and then a new one comes in that's on his game queue automatically. That's right. Gamefly.com. All the games you need for all the platforms that you have. And what do? You go sign up now. You'll get entered automatically for the Gamefly Games for Life sweepstakes. Woo! Gamefly.com, ready to play.
That's right. We love Gamefly.com. We absolutely love Gamefly.com. I guess that does it for today.
How do I quit Gamefly.com?
Patrice O'Neill, once again, thank you.
Thank you very much, man.
You'll be here tomorrow, I guess?
Yeah. Well,
all right, remember, this show doesn't count anymore. We got to make up new shit tomorrow.
This concludes our podcast day. The Opie and Anthony Show.